Washington with her left hand. Not able to get the rebound, contact called on her. Ball with the Hummingbirds. Hummingbirds are now look to take care of this one and take it up the court, get it into the circle. Can they do that? It's in the circle now. Gordon again looking to pass it out and get it back in a different position. Instead, it's picked up by their goal attack. And yeah, she's not able to convert. Sharps with the ball again. So Sturridge missing that chance, and now Creary on the other end. Straight, I guess we can call that a pass.
Yes. So they've it's now 13-11. Hummingbirds need to be clinical now. I think they've had 2 chances and they've allowed both chances to slip. Missed shots or missed shot and a turnover as well.
Gordon easily gets that one.
She scores. Early entry from the wing attack here for the Sharps team.
Yeah. So now they have to cut the turnovers, St. James Sharps.
Yes.
Try to get closer in the score.
Yes, because a part of what sometimes creeps in for the Sharps team is frustration, because they get the balls, they're not converting them, and so it allows the other team to keep inching away, and then that opens the floodgate most times.
And that's pretty much what happened against the Racers, especially in the 4th quarter.
Exactly.
And they started well in this one and cut down a lead to 2, and now it's back up to 3. Gordon using her height to advantage over Kelly.
Yep, good passing from Williams as well.
Over Linton, actually. And yeah, all by Lonesome.
Yeah, Kelly read that pass, but I guess 2 years ago perhaps should have gotten that one. A good effort though. Too easy.
Lead again now. This time up to 5 is the highest it has been for this game so far. Sharps now will have to try and cut that down again. Looking for a pass, she finds Creary.
Good move from Kerr on the baseline and good shot as well.
Yeah, she has to take some more shots. Give them more options. She's 8 from 13 so far in this game. Teresa Beckford, a really good player. She's in the center for the Kingston Hummingbirds. Tell me a little bit more about her, Sean.
Yeah, Beckford she's actually in the Sunshine Girls squad as a defender. But most people think that Beckford her body is built similar to Paula Thompson, one of our superb centers who would have retired. And because of her frame as well, she's small. If you look at the defenders that plays in the Suncorp League and those leagues, their bodies are big and they're tall. And so Beckford's body is built for the center court. Really effective defender. Just needs to be groomed to move into the center court, to be a center court player. Good to see her playing center in this game as she started the season in defense for the Hummingbirds team, and the coaches would have made the switch and put her in the center court. That has paid dividend so far.
Yeah, I've seen her playing in the local leagues here, local league.
Yeah, she is on scholarship at Michael. She plays for Michael.
Gordon again, extending the lead to 5, bringing it back up to 5. She's 13 from 16 attempts
And Beckford would have played in the World Cup qualifiers. Good interception there from Shayla Bishop. Really busy in the game. Very effective so far. The first one she did a deflection. This one was a clean intercept, so that's good from Bishop.
Gordon. She's tall, using her height to her advantage.
Yeah, once there's a mismatch, so Linton was out of play, and so that was an easy mismatch with Gordon and the goal defense here for the Sharps team. Center pass coming through the back through Shayla Bishop. Early pass over from Williams. She finds Gordon. Missed effort here, and she scores.
Yeah, the Sharps need to do better with their rebounding defensively.
Yeah, and Linton needs to recognize as well that Gordon would have missed a few, so none of the shots are sure, so she should be in a position to rebound. She's very good defensively, is Linton.
Yeah.
I think she's just taking for granted that the balls will fall for Gordon.
Ball with the Hummingbirds again. They lead by 6. Yeah. Not able to pick up that one. Would have been a replay.
Yes.
So she had to leave that one alone, did Beckford. Luckily they got it back. And this one should be easily converted. It is.
So the players have a trademark move. So for Sturridge, the goal attack, her trademark move is a C cut to enter the circle. She runs a C to the front of the defenders.
Washington in. That's the 7th goal for the Sharps this quarter. She has 7 from 9, does Washington, for the match.
All right, so this is good defending from Linton. She kept Gordon high. Gordon made the pass to, and she rolls back to her preferred comfortable position, and now will take a shot.
And she doesn't miss. And I think because she misses one occasionally, that's why it throws off the defense a little bit, because they, I guess, assume that once she gets the ball, she'll score it.
Yes.
But nothing is sure in netball.
Nothing is sure.
Other than one team winning and one losing. And
Correct.
not even that, because you have draws.
It can be a draw. It could be a draw as well. As ball finds its way to the circle, Creary under the hoop, and she scores. Multiple passes just now, so it means the Kingston Hummingbirds team applying some defensive pressure, and that's good.
And they want to force more turnovers so they can get the ball back and convert their shots.
All right, so they forced one just now. They're listening to you.
I guess that's a commentator's blessing. We usually hear about the curses.
I was about to say that you probably should consider a job in coaching.
Now think about it. I probably won't be able to coach the Sunshine Girls like you do.
You never know.
We don't.
Never know.
Ball with the Hummingbirds. They have a pretty steady lead. Up by 6.
Good passing through court here from the Hummingbirds team. Williams driving the play forward for the team today. That's good. That was absent on Friday in the semifinals, but she's present tonight. In fact, at one point she was sent to the bench in the semifinal.
Yeah, Gordon, Linton again being out-rebounded by Gordon.
Gordon's currently at 17 from 23. Good handling from Kelly.
Washington saves it, gets it to Curry in a really good position under the, to the left of the hoop, and she does well to convert it.
Looks like a timeout being called here from the Hummingbirds team.
They still lead by 6. Sharps will have to talk it over. And yeah, Hummingbirds, I guess they'll be making a couple of changes shortly. Usually that's what the timeout is called for. (24-18) the score. Sharps 18. That's the team on your screen. And they're getting a stern talking to. my coach, Marvett Anderson.
Marvett, of course, veteran coach locally, did a stint with the Sunshine Girls as well.
And the coach for the Hummingbirds team, Nadia Hansen, and Karen Brown is her assistant.
Yeah, both are actually currently the intern coaches are called for the under 16 team. Both ladies.
Later, we'll see that team on your screen, the top left of your screen, St. Catherine Racers. They'll be up against Manchester Spurs, team that they've met twice, haven't beaten yet this league. And it'll be the third meeting of these teams, well, those two teams, and we'll see them later on for the finale. But for
the big one.
The big one, yes.
Yes.
Yes. And Abigail Sutherland said that she is coming for this win. Said her team is coming for the win.
Coming for the win. Well, it's good for them to be positive. You know, Spurs have had such a great season in terms of coming with almost all winning all their games, and so for the team to come in with confidence that they are able to, like they can beat them, that's good.
Yeah.
And so I hope it translates to the court.
Sharps with the ball, forced a turnover.
Good balance on the circle. Cornina Walters, good hand in there. Good effort from Walters, the goal defense for the Hummingbirds team. Thomas
looking for a pass in the circle. Finds a really good one over to Washington, and she should convert this one.
Does score. Center pass to follow for the Sharps team.
And that's what we were talking about. They have the center pass now.
Good move. First phase center pass. Thomas second phase in the same third. No depth. And held ball call. So defensive presence was good from the Hummingbirds team. When you take the center pass, you want to ensure that the second pass, which we call in Netball second phase, is deep in that attacking third. The second phase for them was in the same third, in fact, on a flat pass in line with where the center pass was taken.
Almost taken away there.
Yeah, defensive presence is good.
Gordon though with the Fowler hand.
And she scores.
That's a term coined by a local team here. The Fowler hand.
The Fowler hand. That's a good one. That's a Janil move for real though. So no surprises. It's a Janil move. She did a lot of that last night. With the West Coast Fever, Janil's team, they won the minor semi-final, so they have another bite of the cherry. They play the preliminary final next weekend.
Next weekend, yes.
The winner of that, of course, meets Shamira, Romelda, and
Latanya Wilson. Yeah, all play for the Adelaide Thunderbirds.
Correct. Surprised Kelly never tried for that one. That looks like a ball that would have been in her range.
We're into the power play though. That's why you'll see Query shooting from so far out. Anything behind that first goal line there is 2 points, 2 goals, and anything behind the circle is 3.
Right. Of course, the local organizing committee including that version in the game just to give the players a chance. Of course, the Fast 5 team primarily will come from the girls that play in this league, and so you want to expose them to the long-range shooting for the Fast 5 tournament in November.
And it has been an important facet and an exciting facet of this tournament.
Yes, it does. Gets the fans crazy and excited.
We actually saw the Sharps in that scenario when they played in their semi-final. They were down about 7 goals.
Yes.
And the Query took 2 shots from behind the line and brought it down to within 3.
Yep, absolutely.
If they had, I guess, another minute, they probably would have gotten the tie.
Yes.
Thomas looking for a pass. Query gets it, and I'm sure she'll take the shot from that distance.
And she scores. Effortless score, good shot. And of course, the applause comes.
If they were a little bit tighter on defense, I'm sure they could have gotten the held ball call on them. But
All right.
Gordon again.
So we missed a change. Jamila Tuller is now on that wing attack, so Williams sent to the bench. Probably just to give her a breather, because I thought she was effective in the front line for the Hummingbirds team. Coach is probably just thinking about saving her for the second half. Good take from the wing attack here for the St. James Sharks team. And they're looking for the two. They're playing for the two. Mishka Curry goes,
way off.
misses everything.
Yeah, way off that one. Washington not able to get the rebound. So the ball goes back with the Hummingbirds. They're up 6 still.
The game is being played like a finals, though, so I'm impressed with the quality of the game.
Gordon with the ball again. She'll score. And again, that's it for this quarter. That's it for the half. And we have seen some really entertaining netball from both these teams. You are watching the third place matchup between Kingston Hummingbirds and St. James Sharps. But for the level of play, I'm sure you're thinking this is a final, as Sean would have mentioned.
Absolutely, and as a coach, I like I like defending, and I'm really impressed today in terms of how the teams are playing defense against each other. Usually it's easy going, but seeing that both teams are working hard just to get the center pass off and then to transition from the center pass to the shooting circle. Defense through court for both teams, pretty impressive. Defensively, I'd want Abigail Linton, the goalkeeper, from the Sharps team, to do a better job of boxing out on the rebound. Simone Gordon missed a few, would have missed a few for this game, and for each miss, she was pretty much rebounding, so I'd want Abigail to do a better job.
28-21, the score at halftime. These are the highlights so far. It was a better second half from both teams, actually. It started in favor of St. James Sharps. They cut down the lead to just 2 goals. Creary, of course, spearheading that. And in the end, though, they weren't able to keep up the momentum. Hot and cold, as Dean Thomas would have talked about in the semifinals on Friday. And Washington was able as well to try her best. Creary, though, she did lead the shooting in this quarter, second quarter that is. But Gordon as well, they couldn't stop her up until this point. She really started things off for the Kingston Hummingbirds team. They really got things going after they saw that the Sharps were on their verge of getting close by, and then Washington, you can see they're converting one. But in the end, Gordon, in all of her effervescence, she was able to pull away the fuller hand.
Yes.
She puts it up, got the shots off, and I think she has about 23 goals so far from almost 30 attempts. So it's good to see Gordon dominating in the circle on her end. But let's not count out Washington. She too has been good for St. James Sharps.
Yes.
And she has been ably assisted by this lady here, Mishka Creary.
Great shot from Creary.
Yeah, gave the crowd a little bit to shout about with 2 good conversions in the power play. Some familiar faces there. Amanda Pinkney, she's in the crowd.
Her team is out. They would have finished 5th. The Orchids team, in fact, I coached the Orchids a few years ago. We won at that time. So I have a soft spot for the Orchids. Disappointed that they never made it to the finals. But so it is.
Manchester Spurs, they'll be in the finals, in the final shortly. One of their players injured. But we'll take a break now. When we come back, second half action in this third place matchup, Kingston Hummingbirds against St. James Sharps.
Bless the Lord, I know says Runcus representing for CeenTV, the real TV, and I got things like the GTV. I heard them talking, what them saying, heard them talking.
Hope, guidance, and faith teachings this and every Sunday.
Come on and say amen today.
Watch The Breath of Life at 7 a.m., 8 Eastern on CeenTV, your preferred eye to the Caribbean.
Hi guys, I'm Natasha DeBoul, aka the Classy Chef, and welcome to Momstration. If you can't eat a lot of spice, all your I could give it a pot, you know, Liz.
This is really good, Natasha. Very nice.
Since we have mom's tradition, right? For next season, we could have dad's tradition.
Can't forget it, Dad.
So join me as we go into the kitchen, helping frustrated moms.
Rejection most times is the redirection we need to unlock our truest potential.
Even the other day, I'm in my closet, I'm a ball on the whole place. But you have to pick up yourself.
Life puts us in some uncomfortable and unexpected situations despite our efforts and plans.
I mean, I lived a shame that wasn't even mine.
So how do we look at failures as opportunities? How do we deal with life's uncertainties, identify some losses as wins, all while not labeling ourselves as total losers or failures? You'll find out right here on Redirection with Terry Carell.
Redirection with Terry Carell is now on CeenTV, Thursdays 7 p.m., 8 p.m. ECT, with a repeat on Fridays 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. ECT.
This is your Freddie McGregor, and you're tuned into CeenTV. We give you all of the information where you need, whether home or abroad, so what? Keep it locked. Don't touch your dial. CeenTV, Afimi TV, Freddie TV.
The truth is hidden in the spaces between black and white. And here on The Conversation, we explore those gray areas. Here, it's not just news, it's conversation, direct, factual, and remarkably original. Keep up to date with the latest news around the region. Join The Conversation, premiering every Sunday at 8 p.m. 9 Eastern Caribbean Time, with a rebroadcast on Monday at 8 a.m. 9 Eastern Caribbean Time, only on CeenTV.
You're never far from home when you're watching CeenTV. We bring the Caribbean to you. And now it's even easier to stay up to date on all things Caribbean when you subscribe to our YouTube channel. The latest action in sports, the biggest news stories in the region, and all the excitement in the world of entertainment. So join our community today. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and click the notification bell to stay informed. CeenTV, your preferred eye to the Caribbean.
Kingston, Jamaica, one of the sporting great nations, and this match here, 28 goals from 36 attempts for Kingston Hummingbirds, 21 from 29 for St. James Sharps. They have more deflections to the Hummingbirds as well as, I guess, more penalties, but the defensive works are more errors coming from the St. James Sharps. They have 12 contacts, 12 turnovers in comparison to the 5 and 7 from the Hummingbirds. Take a look now. We always want to learn a little bit more about the players, and we'll learn about two of them, hear from two of them, starting with the captain of the St. James Sharps, Adine Thomas, Sunshine Girl as well, and Daniel Johnson from St. Anne Orchids.
Jamaica Elite League featured play on Sportsmax, brought to you by Red Stripe Flavors. Add a stripe of flavor.
It's been a fun 20 years playing netball. Some of my career highs are Vitality Netball Super League, where I played for London Pulse in 2019, Jamaica Sunshine Girls Commonwealth Games, where we won silver in Birmingham 2022, South Africa 2023 at the World Cup, where we won bronze, and El Salvador, I was the captain of that team, where we won gold.
Red Stripe Flavors Netball Jamaica Elite League featured play on Sportsmax, brought to you by Red Stripe Flavors. Add a stripe of flavor. Red Stripe Flavors Netball Jamaica Elite League featured play on Sportsmax, brought to you by Red Stripe Flavors. Add a stripe of flavor.
rebounding abilities are what sets me apart on court.
Red Stripe Flavors Netball Jamaica Elite League featured player on Sportsmax, brought to you by Red Stripe Flavors. Add a stripe of flavor.
Yeah. Two good players there. Adding Thomas, she's currently playing in this one. She's the captain of the St. James Sharks team, and she would have mentioned 3 medals in her cabinet: Commonwealth Games silver, bronze at the World Cup last year, and a gold in El Salvador.
Absolutely. So the set she would be classified well. The Connacht Games, she was the captain of the Connacht Games, of course not as big as the World Cup and the Commonwealth Games, but it's still a gold nonetheless, and still something that they worked hard for. So congratulations to Adine. And I was wondering at the start when he said she's playing 20 years.
Yeah.
I'm not realizing it's 20 years in total playing the sport and not necessarily the Sunshine Girls.
No, right. Yeah, on a point of clarity. Yeah. So let's score 28-21 as we get ready for the start of the second half, third quarter. This is Hummingbirds again with the center pass.
All right, so Williams is back on that wing attack, and an important aspect of the stats that we saw just now is the deflections for the Hummingbirds team. They would have had like a difference of 6 or 8 in terms of deflections, and that is the result of the score that you're seeing here. So I thought they were very good defensively, and let's see if the Sharps is able to do the same in the second half. Happy that the Sharps are still in the game, though. Still time to go. Query is still able to shoot long bombs, so there's still a long way to go in this game.
They want to work on their errors, though.
Yep, absolutely. Their turnovers were high.
12 contacts, 12 turnovers compared to 5 and 7 for the Hummingbirds team, which is a problem that they did have as well. But they're generally good in the third quarter. That quarter after the halftime break, they're refreshed, rejuvenated, and they regroup, and then they come out. So if they can control this quarter again, probably they can pull things back a bit.
Yeah, bad hands there from Shania Watson. That should have been a goal, but she mishandled the ball, and of course the Hummingbirds raced through court just now.
Contact called.
A good take though from Gordon under a lot of pressure from Abigail Linton, but she took the ball well. Goal attack change here for the Hummingbirds team. Odisha Johnson is now on that goal attack.
Yeah, Linton not having the best game. Obviously not the one that she will want. Gordon not a moving shooter, so I guess a little bit harder for her to get around.
Good shot there from Gordon. So the Hummingbirds team coaches are pretty pleased with the effort on the back, and so the defensive team, no change at all in terms of center, wing defense, goal defense, and goalkeeper. Only change you're seeing is in the forward lineup where they gave Khadijah Williams a rest. I figured that was just to give her a breather. I know she's back on court. Good defensive play there from the Sharps team.
Yeah, so Deetra Johnson, good attack now for the Hummingbirds team, and Khadijah Williams, she's in the wing attack position, that's the captain, and Jamila Turner is off for Hummingbirds. Those are the two changes, and the Query still continuing her, I guess we can call it her show.
Yep, absolutely. she's still flowing, still doing well, is Query.
And she was definitely the better shooter in the second quarter, so she will look to bring that momentum. Not saying that Washington is a slouch.
No, she isn't.
No
in fact, they're actually sharing the shooting load on that team. So on the Hummingbirds team, it's Gordon primarily taking the bulk of the shots. For the Sharps team, it's pretty balanced in terms of the shots from both Washington and Query.
Sharps still have the ball. They're down 7 goals. They have scored already twice for this quarter. Query with the shot or pass. And she gets the advance a little bit further.
Yeah, obstruction call against Kelly. The umpire says she was using her hands to impede the shooter, Shania Washington.
Sharps with the center pass. Now they'll have to take really good care of this and get it into the circle. They do so. Query finds Thomas. Thomas now will have to look for a really good pass, good movement. Again, that one going out and stays
deflection.
The deflection. Possession stays with Sharps. Washington with her left hand should convert this one easily, and she does so.
Yeah, 5 goals the difference now.
Hummingbirds now. They have the ball. Bedford, really good pass to Gordon. Good lob, and Gordon
finishes.
So what can Linton do now, Sean, if you're coaching? You said you're the defensive guru. So what can Linton do now to, get around Gordon and trying to stop her? She's not a moving shooter, a standing shooter, sets her defense, puts the hand up. What can Linton do to combat that?
Well, thank you for that, but I'm not sure I'm a guru as yet. But in terms of so as I said at the start, if the feeders are able to take the ball to the top of the circle and place it properly to Gordon, there's nothing that Linton is able to do. She'll only get it if the pass is not placed properly. And so one of the strengths, as I said as well at the start about Linton, is those balls that are passed just outside the circle to the wing attack and the center. Those are the ones that she's able to get, so she actually needs to leave the body. I'd actually think she needs to leave Gordon and look for the balls that are coming to the circle's edge. If she's able to interrupt those passes, then the job is easier. But if the players are on point, and as I said earlier in commentary as well, Khadijah Williams is very good in passing the lob pass. would have played all her life with Romelda and Janelle.
Yeah.
And so she's accustomed to passing that high ball into the circle against the best of the best in the world. So if it is passed properly, she's not going to get it from Simone Gordon, so she should try to put some intimidation in the feeders who are passing the ball to the attackers on the circle edge.
Well, let's see if she heard that and made the adjustment. Thomas finds Query in the circle. Query trying to find a better position for herself. Does so. That one looked a little short with a left hand, but still the right arch, and it goes in.
So it's now 31-28. 3 the difference.
Linton gets a hand on that one this time. The contact is called on Gordon, so the ball will go with the Sharks. That's really good from Linton, making a slight adjustment, it seems, as she heard you, Sean.
Yep, absolutely. Almost give it back, but still in possession now, the Sharks team. Yeah, and that should help Linton as well. Sometimes you just need that one intercept to get back in the game.
Yeah.
And good shot as well from Query. So Query rewards Linton for the effort.
Final call now by the Kingston Hummingbirds, and this is what I was talking about earlier. St. James Sharps, they seldom lose third quarters throughout this entire league, 12 weeks of it, and I didn't expect it to be any different here. If I was the Hummingbirds coach, I would have taken notice of that and know that they were going to come out hard. They did win the third quarter, outscoring the Racers team in the semi-final on Friday, and I'm not sure that they will want to lose it again from this point.
No, absolutely. And again, you're showing signs of going into the coaching realm of things here, Gerard, in terms of the feedback you're giving, and you're spot on in terms of the Sharps team. Don't sleep on this team. They started the season shaky, but they kept getting better every week, and that's why they're here today. They are the ones who will come back at you if the score is close. If you give them a chance, they'll rise at the very end. So you need to ensure that if you're going to beat this team, you pull away and get them defeated early in terms of just mental capacity. If you're in the game, then they will, of course, cause some problems towards the end.
Yeah, they came out gunning this quarter, and Query has been really good, picking up from where she left off in the second quarter. And bringing things very, very close for her team. We're in a technical timeout.
Yeah, Query is not as quick as the, let's say, Adine Thomas in terms of her movement. But if you allow her to get comfortable, she's going to score those goals. So what the Hummingbirds coach needs to do now is ensure that tighter defense is played on Query. She's doing a lot of ball handling, so you need to ensure that the ball is out of her hands. That's her again with the center pass just now.
Sharps with the ball.
She's getting every other ball. Now it's Creary. Yep. Literally every other pass on this one. Good pass.
The experience of Thomas again. And the lead cut to just 1. They've already scored 7 in this quarter, have the Sharps.
Yes, so the Hummingbirds need to ensure they don't go in a shell. I think umpire missed a push-off just now from Gordon, and Linton face tells you as well. So the Hummingbirds need to ensure that they don't go in a shell now. They need to keep playing. Teams tend to go in a shell after once they feel some pressure from the other team, but they just need to keep playing their own game and focus on the things that worked well for them in the first half and return to those ways.
Yeah. So Washington was left all alone in the circle. Thomas had it, and the goalkeeper coming on to try and assist in the defense and leaving that door wide open for Washington to get the pass. Gordon.
Well taken from Gordon just now.
She converts. Lead back up to 2 now for the Kingston Hummingbirds. Sharps will have to try to grab hold of it again and try not to let them slip away.
All right, so defensive pressure is on here. This is about the 4th pass in the center third. They're finally able to go forward.
And that one just brushing off the hand of Walters.
Tracy and Griffiths here, international umpire for Jamaica.
Washington with the ball. She'll take the shot, I'm sure of it. And she misses, gets back the rebound though. Good cleanup.
Yep, good rebound from Washington.
And she's not the shortest in the circle, but she's a little bit on the average height side.
I agree.
So it's really good for her. A lot of more work for her to do to get back those rebounds, but she's doing so very well. Gordon, on the other hand, collecting those passes at will and converting them.
Yeah, just they need to keep scoring. Good fight from the Sharps team, but the Hummingbirds are trying to stay ahead. Obstruction call. Defensive pressure was again good on that one though. So what Washington's asset, and she uses it effectively, is her body type. So she keeps the defender. Just now you saw that she keeps the defender on the back.
Now Beckford was called for a contact there on Thomas, and it's the first time in about 5. Thomas has been complaining about his finally called. I guess she brought it to the umpire's attention, but Washington doing well again to convert.
So the pressure back on the Hummingbirds team now. They are now under pressure to convert this one. Good defensive try there.
Beckford lays it off to Williams. Passes it in the circle. The contact is called, and Gordon will have a free shot. She lays it off.
Odisha Johnson taking this one, and Odisha Johnson is good from long range as well. She prefers the long range shots. So we see again Creary.
That's a really good pass from Thomas.
Yep, good pass. Needs to be finished. And good finish from Washington as well.
So they're within 1 again, are the Sharps. Now they have to get tied and then move forward or change again.
Yep, Christina Sturridge coming back on that goal attack. Adisha Johnson sent to the bench. Let's see if the break helped Christina Sturridge.
Sturridge is there to assist with the passing. The advancement of the ball. Gordon. This time the hand not working. Contact called on the wing defense.
Good effort from Abigail Linton. So that interception brought her to life, and she's busy in it. Lucky to have gotten away with that one. I thought that would have been a hell ball. Umpire blows advantage obstruction.
Play advance now. Sharp still with possession. Thomas, she has the ball. She's all by her lonesome. Finds a really good lob inside the circle to Washington, and this one should be converted back within 1.
Yeah, great pass from Thomas. As I said, Just like Williams, she has been feeding those tall shooters. Forgive me, tall shooters for saying long shooters. She's been feeding the tall shooters for Jamaica for years, and so they are good at those feeds into a holding shooter.
Gordon again.
Captain Williams asking Simone to settle.
Looking for the pass in the circle. Washington gets one. And this one a little bit farther away from her usual comfort zone, but she still converts that one easily. So they're staying within the 1 mark, with that 1 goal trial, or trailing from the Sharps. And the Hummingbirds now, we're into the power play. We haven't seen them taking the shots until now. Can that one go in? No, it doesn't. They're forced now to take those long distance shots because the game is so close.
Yeah.
But we've seen the Sharps taking these long distance shots.
Yep, I'm surprised Simone took that shot actually. She prefers under the hoops. On their up side, I'd want to secure my center pass here, so she should have gone for the 1-pointer. Curry's going to go for 2 for sure.
Missing a chance to tie up the game there did Washington. But Curry, I'm confident she can score this one. She misses this time. Gets back the rebound, I think.
Yes.
Contact called, yes. Contact called, and the ball will stay with Curry and the Sharps. All tied up now, 37-37, down to the final 2 minutes of play in this third quarter. Things are heating up, and contact called, advancing the play now, and the Sharps will have really good chance now of going ahead. Curry 19 from 26, she has the ball and finds a pass. Goes back to the edge of the circle. No surprise, she took the shot there and the scores. And Sharps, for the first time in this encounter, go ahead. 39-37 now. Hummingbirds with a lot of work to do.
Absolutely. Complete change. Pressure now completely on the Hummingbirds team. I see they're taking their time. So Sturridge is playing for the 2.
So the Sharps have scored 18 in this quarter.
And Sturridge answers with a 2 for her team. So it's back level. Curry should go for another 2 here for sure. Both defenders out.
Wow, Curry again. That's brilliant. And the lead goes back up by 2. The Indoor Sports Center loving what they're seeing.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's see the Hummingbirds team. Adine Thomas with a beautiful intercept.
This is brilliant from the Sunshine Girls. Forward captain, and she runs into the advertising board. I'm sure she'll have to pay Sports Max some money. So we'll just send the bill. Gordon going for the far shot.
On the buzzer, Gordon gets a 2 as well.
And that's a really good way to end this quarter. And not to mention, Sharps have scored 20 in this quarter, while only 12 have been scored by the Hummingbirds. And we did talk about the Sharps and their love affair with third quarters. No different in this third place matchup. And yeah, we're loving it. The score is completely close. And Kingston Hummingbirds will have some work to do. There's confirmation of it at the end of this third quarter. 41 all Kingston Hummingbirds and St. James Sharps. You don't want to miss this one at all, Sean. And we are loving the atmosphere in this game.
Absolutely. Good fight back from the Sharps team. Good job from the Hummingbirds to kind of stay composed. You know, the Sharps came at them. They could have panicked, but I thought they still stayed steady. The first 2 from Gordon was unneeded, I think. And we can say that now. Usually when a coach, you'd say it's unneeded, but if it was scored, then you would have been happy about it. But I thought they were ahead, and the Sharps team kept inching towards their lead. So that needed just a 1 for a settler.
Take a look at the highlights now from this third quarter. It started with the Hummingbirds getting a couple goals to start, but yeah, Adine Thomas, she picked up and showed her class. Creary continued where she left off from the second quarter, converting those goals. She had 19 from 26 up until that point, and then Washington obviously with the assist, the GS in her chest, but she's allowed her goal attack to be the dominant force where needed, but don't mind, she was there when needed, converted, and Adine Thomas made sure she found her in the spaces. Thomas again with another pass in this highlight here to Washington, another conversion from the left-hander, and we saw a case where the St. James Sharps at one point had scored about 12 goals before they had 3 goals in this quarter. They ended up scoring 20 in the quarter against the Hummingbirds, so it's a really good third quarter showing from the St. James Sharps team.
Butcherius is I would call it the tourism hub in Jamaica, and we're located, of course, Mr. Duns River is the highlight of Butcherius, of course, which is 5 minutes away from where Mystic Mountain is, so proximity is very close.
From location to location, Travel Access takes you to higher heights. Tuesdays at 9:30 p.m., 10:30.
Are you an attorney or a law student? Are you looking to expand your practice or to pay off those law school debts? Well, Level Up Jamaica is for you. The Consular Queen presents a one-day intensive U.S. immigration certification on July 27 at the Half Moon Hotel in Montego Bay. Register now to receive your certification from the Winter Immigration Law Academy. Don't hesitate. Register today at levelupjamaica.com. Are you an attorney or a law student? Are you looking to expand your practice or to pay off those law school debts? Well, Level Up Jamaica is for you. The Consular Queen presents a one-day intensive U.S. immigration certification on July 27 at the Half Moon Hotel in Montego Bay. Register now to receive your certification from the Winter Immigration Law Academy. Don't hesitate. Register today at levelupjamaica.com.
Place matchup here in the Netball, Red Stripe Netball Jamaica Elite League, the finals day. And I call it a finals day because it is the final 2 games of the league. Third place matchup, we're seeing St. James Sharps up against Kingston Hummingbirds, and this is how the stats look so far. Both teams on 41 goals, 50 attempts for Kingston Hummingbirds, St. James Sharps 51 attempts. They have crept up a little bit more with the turnovers, but Kingston Hummingbirds have kept up with the contacts, 15 for them to 16. Better showing and better taking care of the ball from St. James Sharps in that third quarter. Down to the final quarter. Sean, can we see, well, what results are we going to see?
Still anybody's guess, but what I thought worked well for the Sharps just now was the resurgence of Captain Adine Thomas. Her role in that third quarter was pivotal for how the Sharps came back. She was touching every other ball. She was doing well defensively. She was punching through court, and that is what helped the Sharps team to get back in this contest. And she's still busy and about. Contact call against her just now. If she stays plugged in for this game for sure, it's going to be a very, 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 very good game for the Sharps.
Linton did show a little bit more command of the defense.
Yeah, she also came alive in that third quarter.
Yeah, kept Gordon quiet a bit, forcing her to shoot during the power play from the 2 distance. Of course, she was very comfortable under the pole, but forcing them, because of the good performance all around from the team, to take a few far shots, and it proved to be successful for Gordon.
Yeah. Ball at the top of the circle. This is where I'm saying it's easier to feed Gordon from. There you go. It's harder for Linton to get it there. Contact call against Gordon though, so I guess that's a win for Linton.
And the turnover numbers have climbed up for Kingston Hummingbirds. They only had 12 at the end of the first half. So they'll be a little bit disappointed about that.
Absolutely, and that's the reason why the score is where it is now, because on the stats sheet that we saw just now, they're matching up on all the different stats, the negative stats in terms of penalties and contacts, and those are the things that, and the turnover, that brought the Sharps team back in the game. Shania Watson also found a new lease on life. She's doing very well. She's now showing that she's able to move as well. She just took about the top of the circle.
And I like how she's been comfortable allowing Query to shoot the ball, of course. And she doesn't call it. I mean, Thomas is the person who really dictates the play in the circle by the passes that she makes. But Washington, when she has been found, she has converted well. Seems to be struggling with a bit of an ankle injury there. I'm not sure if she's okay, but rather it's a right knee, and it's dropped.
Concern for the team. Both shooters seem to be clutching at their legs. Yes.
The Hummingbirds have the ball.
Good take from Gordon. That was very high, out of Linton's reach, and it's a contact call against Linton.
And the Hummingbirds have done well in identifying that Linton is having a difficult time jumping with Gordon. So they put those high and forcing the contact rather.
Correct. We're going to see a change here. I think Beckford is going into goal defense, perhaps.
Natural position.
No, they changed their minds, and so Beckford must, change. Just call for a change. A change must be made.
So Beckford will take over the bib from Walters, and the shield will be Walters, that is, in front of Thomas.
Yeah, similar style of play for both. Similar style of play for both players. Both are able to play center, wing defense, and goal defense comfortably. Similar body structure as well.
Walter's a very frisky player.
Yes.
I think she plays for Speg.
Does Walter?
In the local leagues.
Local leagues.
Into Gordon again. This time no contact from Linton, giving her some space though to get the ball back where she wants it. And this
good win from Linton. It's going to be a contact against the goal attack Sturridge.
So Linton taking your advice again. See, she forgot for a minute.
So this is going to be an important passage for the Sharps team. If they score here, complete pressure on the Hummingbirds team, they'd go down by 2.
Curry does well to get that one in the position that she wants it. Obstruction call, so she get a chance to shoot again. And this time it's in. So 2 goals, they go up by.
And a center pass to follow as well.
They have to take care of this one and see if they can go up 3. Too many passes already in the midcourt, not able to advance the ball the way they wanted, which is good defense from the Hummingbirds.
Yeah, good defense from the Hummingbirds team. They're just their bodies are in some position that's forcing a million and one passes. It's not sustained man-on-man defense. It's more marking off the body, and in some instances, just standing in a space that's causing some problems.
So Beckford touches that one, so possession will stay with the Sharps. Thomas, she looked for a pass, decides to give it up, gets it back going at the top of the circle, and good
defensive effort from Teresa Beckford, yes. Good touch again from Beckford. Does well. Nobody to back up though.
Query. Long shot again. This one is short.
So Beckford is doing well. Since the change, I would have touched a few of those passes.
Walter is doing well as well.
Yes. So
Gordon again forcing.
Yep.
And again forcing that contact there.
Yep. And now we have a mismatch. Should be an easy pass over.
Gordon gets it back under the pole where she likes it and converts. So the Sharps have been able to get the lead but not able to pull away.
Correct, and it's a center pass now for the Hummingbirds team. Sharps need to keep that defensive pressure. You're seeing Linton using good body here, but as I said, if it's being passed from that, if it's passed well from the top of the circle, it's going to be hard for the defender to get it.
Linton goes down. I think she's hurt a bit. Hopefully it's not too serious. And she gets back up. She's okay. She'll get the ball.
Fine.
Yeah. Tough girl, is she? It has been a pretty tough day at the office for her, but she's adapted the best way she knows how. And I mean, even though she wouldn't be totally impressed or satisfied with what she's done just enough. Here's that replay again. Slipped just a bit. Yeah, I guess twirling her ankle, just tweaking it just a bit. So they're wiping up the floor.
I'm trying to figure out if that was a contact or it's a case that she just lost her footing.
Well, Washington again. Thomas doing well at finding the lefty. And no doubt that she will do well from that distance.
Yep, 46-44 the score now. Thomas with the center pass.
The confidence that Thomas has in her shooters, though, when she passes the ball, she turns around and immediately walks back to the circle.
Yeah. Nicole Dixon does this a lot as well for the Sunshine Girls. Once they get the ball into their shooters, they're on the way back to the center circle.
Yep.
A good fake pass. Get the defender to contact.
Creary does well. And we're not in the power play yet, but she's, I guess, warming up herself for it.
Absolutely. I look at the coaching staff here for the Sharps team. Of course, coach is Margaret Anderson, manager is Karen Lee. Alright, so it's going to be down to the wire for this one.
And yeah, Thomas going down there, not sure if a contact, if it was a push or if she slipped. Court is a little sliding now.
Yeah, Thomas trying to signal to the umpire the court needs to be wiped.
Yeah, she was counting a little bit earlier, that Beckford, but yeah, she slid there a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, there was some contact there, but nothing.
Yeah, it's just that the fall was awkward.
Yeah. So, management doing justice. So we're waiting for the court to get cleaned up. Sharps, Walters, right on Thomas. Two frisky players trying to get away from each other. Creary passes it to Washington, does well to collect, and yeah, she should convert.
Bishop has been quiet this quarter for the Hummingbirds team, the wing defense. Not a lot of defensive pressure from Bishop. She was very good in the first half, seemed to have gone cold in the third period. Hopefully she returns for the fourth. So we're in the fourth.
And the umpire says last touch off Gordon. I think Leighton is a little bit impressed by that.
Yeah.
A surprise.
She's been begging it for the entire night, so she's happy to have received one.
Let's see again. Last touch, it looks like last touch off Gordon.
Good job from the umpire.
Yeah, good call from the umpire.
We got to see the replay. She saw it real time.
Yeah. Good eyes. I guess that's why she's out there, not
yes.
So this one getting into the circle very quickly. Hummingbirds doing well defensively, but not enough to keep the Sharps out of their circle.
Correct.
Creary again. She's been tremendous.
Absolutely. So she's doing the work out front and she's going in and she's scoring as well.
Yeah, and she has been taking most of the shots for the Sharps this season. And being converted, her numbers look really well. Really good.
Captain Nadine Thomas giving her a stern talk for that pass. Good.
Just a tad too early. Curry still had the ball in her hand.
It would be interesting to see what Beckford's starting position was on that block shot.
It would be.
So it's now 5 goals the difference.
So it has been a better second half for the Sharps team. They started slowly. Well, not really. They had 9 goals at the end of the first quarter to 13 against the Hummingbirds. Then went on to 21 in the second, 28 against the Hummingbirds. And then from there had rolled in then 20 goals in the third quarter, taking them to 41. And now they're leading by 5 goals.
Just under 5 minutes to go in this one. So it's now or never for the Hummingbirds team. The team who is more comfortable at the 2-point shot is the Sharps team, and they're the ones ahead. So going to be concerning for the coaches of the Hummingbirds team.
Definitely. We saw Gordon take a couple from the 2-goal line.
Yeah.
But
she's 1 from 2, 50% from the 2-point area. Good, well done. Good read from Beckford. So throwing.
Contact is called instead. No, holding time. Actually.
Yeah, the holding time. So throwing.
This one is clean. That deflection was clean. So Curry will take the pass from the back line. In fact, Thomas will take the pass from the outside. Curry gets a contact call on Walters, on Beckford rather. And Curry does well.
Yeah. So that's 3 and 2. It's a 5-goal lead again for the Sharps team. Williams playing for the contact. She gets it now.
So the Sharps don't have much work to do. I guess they'll be trying to freeze the ball a little bit more now that they have the lead a bit.
Yeah, they're going to be using the clock now for sure.
Yeah.
Umpire up to the task, though. She held time. She realized what was happening. Experience of Tracy and Griffiths. She blew the whistle to hold time for the ball to be retrieved and put back to the center circle.
Gordon has 35 from 43 attempts. The mathematicians, you can do the calculations on the percentage of that.
Good shot there from Curry. And so the St. James Sharps team staying ahead, scoring their opportunities. If you score all your center passes from here, you'll be fine. Of course, the team that is done usually takes the most risk. And so you expect the Hummingbirds team to be scoring, taking more shots at the 2-point area in order to catch up. Ones won't work from here on.
Yeah, so now we're into the power play, power play. 32 from 50 attempts, from 40 attempts for Curry. So she has had a really good night again. Washington, she's under the pole, should convert, extends the lead now to 6.
And you can know when it's power play period time because the fans are up and about in terms of noise, and they're going to push for the 2-point efforts. Of course, the St. James Nadine Thomas here being very smart in terms of just working the clock. She resets to the transverse line, takes some time off the clock for sure.
Yeah.
Still not yet. Clock is still running. Penalty not yet set. Curry now from 2-point territory. Rebound from Shania Washington, and she cleans up.
Yeah, so no doubt the power aid shooter, that award will probably go to Curry.
For sure. Good try from Linton. All right, so Sturridge is in the 2-point zone.
She misses, but a good cleanup from Gordon. She steps outside though.
It's a contact call against the goal defense. Gordon playing for the 2 again.
Sturridge with a shot. Obstruction call, so she get a chance to shoot again.
Clock is running though, so it's less than 2 minutes to go.
Wow, I'm surprised by that call.
And she scores. Center pass to follow, of course. Thomas taking her time to go back to the center circle.
They'll try to freeze the ball a bit. Smoke the clock, as Sean says.
Yeah, I hear the fat lady singing already.
Contact called Thomas. She
Again,
puts it down.
time management from Thomas. Usually should have taken that one. Now she leaves it for someone to take it. And of course the whistles won't help the Hummingbirds team, because every time the whistle is blown, that's time off the clock. Shania Washington forcing a shot there. Throw in for the Hummingbirds team, but it's pretty much over.
Yeah, Curry steps outside.
Coach Marvin Anderson going to check the clock here.
The Hummingbirds now will try to make an advancement up court as quickly as possible, and just under 30 seconds to go. Well done by Lincoln. She picks up the ball, and now the Sharks are on their way back. Obstruction called. I'm sure Curry will take the shot. No surprise there. Can she get this one to convert? No, she doesn't. The Sharks will maintain the possession.
Give it to Mishka. She's going for 3 again.
This one is short.
Outside.
And that's it. Third place goes to St. James Sharks. A really good performance from both of these teams. They beat Kingston Hummingbirds. Kingston Hummingbirds, nothing to be ashamed of, even though they would be disappointed that they didn't come out with the win. A really good game, really good match between these two teams. There's Coach Marvin Anderson embracing her counterpart, Nardia Hansen. Yeah, they are. There's Nardia. And yeah, a really good performance from both these teams, Sean.
Absolutely, good performance. This is what we want to see for a third place playoff. I was concerned in terms of how the game played out on Friday, in terms of how just in terms of the poor skill execution. But today we saw a difference in terms of how the teams played. Really looked like a third place playoff. Of course, the teams finishing exactly how they finished on the table. They finished 3 and 4 on the preliminary round, and so the third place team here is the St. James Sharks, just as they finished on the table, and of course fourth place is the Kingston Hummingbirds team. Interestingly, the Hummingbirds team, you see the coaches meeting just now. The Hummingbirds team was coached by Marvin Anderson last season. She was a coach with Nadia Hansen, and so she's now with the St. James Sharks team that beats the Hummingbirds team. Looking back at highlights of the game, really pivotal role from Adine Thomas for the St. James Sharks team. Mishka Query did exceptionally well shooting for the St. James Sharks team. She was taking the ball outside and she's going into the circle and scoring. Real balance between both shooters for the St. James Sharks team. For the Hummingbirds team, though, it was pretty much Simone Gordon doing the bulk of the shooting for the Hummingbirds team. Nothing wrong with that, of course, but of course you'd want your goal attack to play a little bit more of a role in terms of scoring and to take some pressure off Gordon. Abigail Linton started the game quiet, but eventually she got into the mix of things. I think an announcement just now in the background for Mishka Query to receive an award. I'm thinking it's the power play shooter. Still looking back at highlights here. Better game in terms of quality on court from both teams. Nothing to be ashamed of for the Hummingbirds team. Of course, the St. James Sharks team started the season slowly, but once they started, they pushed their way and made it to the semifinals. Wasn't lucky in the semifinals, of course, being hammered. Well, not hammered, they had a close loss to the Racers team, and so they are back on the winning table tonight, and they're back in the winning forum tonight. We're going to throw it to courtside for an interview. Gerard is speaking to the captain of the losing team, the Kingston Hummingbirds.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sean. Yeah, I'm here with Khadija Williams, the captain of the Kingston Hummingbirds. Khadija, let's tell me about this match. It was a really hard-fought effort from your team.
Yes, it was a really hard fight. I thought that we played better in the first half, and we needed to put it together in the second half. We didn't do that.
Yeah, what changed though really for you in the second half? What do you think you could have done better?
I think it's the focus of the players. We got too complacent, and Sharps had something to work for, so they were working for something, and we were too complacent with them.
Yeah, well, you're waiting until the final day of the regular season to make it to the semi-finals. When you look back at the season, though, how good was it for Kingston Hummingbirds?
As a team of youngsters, we have a lot to learn. They have a lot to learn. The season I think it was a good season for us. Despite all that happened, it's just for us to look forward for what's to come next year.
Thank you so much, Khadija.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's Khadija Williams there now. Let's have a chat now with the third place captain, St. James Sharps, Adine Thomas. Adine, last time we spoke, you were a little bit disappointed. This time you're on the happy end of winning, of course.
Yes, I am. I mean, the girls have really worked hard throughout this tournament. So, just to come out here and get the win means a lot for us, and I'm really proud of each and every one of them.
Yeah, the last time we spoke in the semi-finals, you did mention that the team was a little bit hot and cold throughout periods of the game. This time you were extremely hot in the second half. How happy are you with how the team turned around their efforts?
Well, to be honest, how we play calm throughout the court. And I just told him that, going into this game today, that's all that we need to do. And it got us at the front, and we came third in the league, so really happy with that.
I need to know about your level of fear, though, with the third quarter, especially because you haven't lost a third quarter. You haven't been outscored in the third quarter for the entire league. What is it about the third quarter that St. James Sharps does so much?
To be honest, we just went back to doing the simple things in the third quarter. We talked about it at halftime, just to go out there, be confident, support each other on court, and we did that, and we just came through winning that quarter and the last quarter.
Well, congratulations on your third place.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, let's go back now to Sean.
Of course, that is Adine Thomas, the captain of the winning St. James Sharps team. Their third place finish tonight. We're looking now at the stats for this game. 50 goals from 60 attempts for the Kingston Hummingbirds and 55 from 71 from the St. James Sharps. In terms of deflection, Kingston Hummingbirds way out in terms of 18 deflections to the 9 for the St. James Sharps. Of course, 21 to 22 contacts. But the difference, of course, is in the goal attempts, and that's where the difference came in. Teams pretty even throughout these stats on screen here. Apart from the deflections, everything else is pretty much on par in terms of both teams. The difference, of course, is just those goal attempts and goals converted. So congratulations to the St. James Sharps team for finishing third. The Hummingbirds team just falling short. As I said, they would have finished fourth in the preliminary round, and the Sharps team third, so they hold exactly their positions that they finished with. We're going to go to a break and come back for the big one, though. The Manchester Spurs, they're going up against the St. Catherine Racers for the title decider.
The hour of deliverance, healing, and breakthrough is on CeenTV, your preferred eye to the Caribbean. Join us on Sundays for the premiere of the Breakthrough Deliverance Hour at 9 a.m. Eastern Caribbean Time or 8 a.m. for Jamaica.
Hope, guidance, and faith teachings this and every Sunday.
Come on and say amen today.
Watch The Breath of Life at 7 a.m., 8 Eastern on CeenTV, your preferred eye to the Caribbean.
You gotta teach me that one. Hey.
All right, next. I always dance on cooties. You are watching Cooking with Love. Keep it locked.
Informative,
reliable, entertaining, whether here or abroad. The Jamaica magazine keeps you up to date on the latest events happening in our little island home. Be in the know with the Jamaica magazine. Weekdays at 6 p.m., 7 Eastern Caribbean time on CeenTV.
Okay, I'm Bongo Herman, master drummer, singer and percussion player for CeenTV. Big up yourself. When you look with, don't change your dial. Better get ready, come do rock steady. You've got to do it like CeenTV. You've got to do it just like CeenTV.
It is almost time now for the big encounter, the final match in the Netball Jamaica, Red Stripe Netball Jamaica Elite League. It's the final, the big one. Manchester Spurs, the defending champions, defending their crown against St. Catherine Racers, a team that are hungry and want to win it. They won on the semi-finals day on Friday, and now they said that they're coming here in this final, regardless of who is in front of them, to win. And that is what they will want to do. Manchester Spurs, a lot of work for them to do to ensure that they keep their crown, but as every champion does, they'll dig deep and hope that they can win it. We're very, very soon to the start, very close to the start of this final. So let's head over now to Sean Murdoch. I'll join him shortly in the commentary box, and he'll take you through the lineups and get you ready for this encounter.
All right, thank you, Gerard. We're now ready for the big one. It's the final for the Red Stripe Flavors Netball Jamaica Elite League for 2024. Of course, it's the number 1 seed, the Manchester Spurs. Only lost 1 game this season, and they're going up against the number 2 seed, the St. Catherine Racers. On paper, all right, let's look at the starting lineup first for the Manchester Spurs team. The goal shooter is Chantal Slater. The goal attack is Giselle Allison. The wing attack is Zanasha Hines. The center, it's Crystal Plummer, Sunshine Girl, of course. The wing defense is Taina Rodney. Goal defense is Audie Green, and the captain and goalkeeper is Shanika Johnson. The coach for the Manchester Spurs team, it's Dalton Hines. Looking now at the Racers team, here is how they're starting today's encounter. The goal shooter, her name is Tracy Ann Francis. Goal attack is Shadeen Bartley. The wing attack is Latian Stewart. Center is Abigail Sutherland. The wing defense is Rashida Reed. Shanika Jones is in that goal defense. And of course, Paula Ann Burton is the goalkeeper. The coach for the St. Catherine Racers is Jodie Ann French Kentish. Of course, the captain for the Racers team, it's Abigail Sutherland.
Third time these teams now are meeting for this league. 2 games they've played previously, the Spurs winning both of them. But the scores have been pretty competitive. 49-36 the first time they met, and then 43-35 the second time that they met. So there is a chance that Racers can probably dig a little deeper and go in. The top shooter in this tournament, Chantal Slater, they call her Scully, 249 goals. She's been ably assisted by Giselle Allison. A lot of experience again, also played in the Vitality Super League in England. 133 goals she had. But they'll be coming up against the likes of Paula Ann Burton, another Sunshine Girl. We can count the numbers of Sunshine Girls. We don't have enough fingers to count them.
Absolutely. And so on paper, the Spurs team, very experienced, experienced coach, experienced players. The Racers team, of course, not as experienced. So on paper, the Spurs team should win, but it's netball we're playing, and of course we can't count the eggs until they've hatched. The Racers team, of course, will go into this encounter, as you said in the interview that you did with Abigail on the weekend. She's pretty confident coming to this encounter. The Spurs would have lost a game this season, so they are beatable. It's just about getting under their skin from early. Very strong in attack, very strong in defense are the Spurs team, but it is possible.
So we're seeing the Manchester Spurs team there. Allison and Slater have already gone. if we continue to deep dive, well, they're unbeaten up until this point. And they usually start with 10 goals in the first quarter, so we have to watch that first quarter very closely to see. I think the lowest they've scored in the first quarter for this tournament, for this league, is just 9.
All right, so the goalkeeper, Shanika Johnson, and the wing defense, Rodney, they are crowd favorites. A lot of cheers for them when they're called.
The captain, Shanika Johnson, and the coach, Dalton Hines, and we have manager, Marie Brown. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand with me.
Racers, we'll pause now for the playing of the Jamaica national anthem. Jamaica Land We Love, that's the name of the official anthem here in Jamaica, adopted in July 1962. The following month, of course, was Independence Day. And yeah, we're a month away. Well, not even a month, just a couple weeks away from Independence Day, and what a fitting way to have than during the Olympics.
Yeah, absolutely, and we usually get some medals around that time as well.
Yeah.
I remember last year at the Netball World Cup, we also played the final on Independence Day, the third place playoff rather, on Independence Day.
So the Spurs will get things going. Already a turnover for them.
Also, it's a delay call by the umpire. The ball is advanced to the transverse line.
Yeah, this one is going to be a very, if you thought that the third place match was hot, this one is going to be just as or even hotter.
Umpires for this one, Terence Peart, close to screen. On the far side, it's Jermaine Thomas.
First goal going to Racers. They did say they came to play, and they're showing that very early.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the Racers team studied how to beat the Spurs team. Spurs, if it's well done from Shanika Johnson. So Francis will need to be scoring those goals for sure. The Racers team will need to ensure that the play takes Johnson off. Good play from Shanika Jones, the goal defense for the Racers team. So ball one back for the Racers. So Johnson gives up height. There's a difference in height for Johnson against Tracy and Francis, but Johnson makes up for that with her athletic ability.
Francis, the goal shoot at the end of the regular season, she had 287 goals. That is more than Slater. She is the top shooter in the tournament so far. Well, up until that point. And Shadeen Bartley, 104 goals. So they combined for 391 goals. They've outscored this Manchester Spurs team, even though they have lost a few games. So I guess that is something a stat that they will want to look at closely.
That was important for Allison, early miss. The replay ball here. The Racers team needed to have punished the Spurs just now. Too much experience on the Spurs team to be giving them second chances.
Now Burton shouldn't have the problems that Linton did in the third place game, even though Slater is a standing shooter. Linton is one who plays zone defense.
Yes.
So Burton should be a tough task for Slater, who will now have to try to maneuver herself around the circle to get those balls in position that she wants. Francis does well.
And there goes the contest from both defenders. So even though Francis has the advantage in terms of height, the defenders are going to be contesting those. Easy transition here for the Spurs team. Ball into Slater easily.
Yeah, and Slater's not really one fond of shooting from that distance. Allison would then have to take it. She missed one already, but she converts this time. Giselle Allison, and I know that face is very familiar to many netball fans.
Absolutely, absolutely, and of course, Allison, famous for that big win that we had against Australia in the Fast 5 tournament last year.
On the buzzer.
So that's my career highlight as a coach, beating an Australian team.
Wow.
Unlucky. Umpire spotted a contact.
Yeah. And Allison has been out of the Sunshine Girls team for a little bit because of the birth of her child.
Right. She's back in training now, though.
Yeah. But there have been many calls to get her back in there quickly, and I guess the cries have been heard.
Yes. You have your ear on the ground, Gerard.
Trust me, it's my job.
Yeah.
So things all tied up. Slater converted that time.
Slater, also a mother, gave birth before the Elite League last year. So last year she played fresh off the birth of her first child.
Yeah. They call her Scully.
Yes. Good pocket ball. Umpire missed that completely. No landing space given to the attacker. Christophe Lamar is right up under the attacker.
Into Slater, and that's a really good pass into the circle. Slater collects, and no doubt that she'll convert. They're up 2 now, Manchester Spurs, and the crowd is already into it.
Great pass in. Okay, all right, so the center pass. Oh, no whistle was blown.
Contact called, and the ball will stay with the Spurs. Looking for a pass to Allison, finds it, and I'm sure she'll take the shot from that distance. Sets herself, puts it up, short, but Slater does get the rebound. Burton fighting for it, and she loses it this time. So Slater converts again.
So it's 6-3.
6 contacts are ready for the Racers. So too many turnovers of the ball, of the possession.
Miscommunication between the wing attack, Latian Stewart, and goal shooter Tracy and Francis are positioned back with the Spurs team, and they're transitioning through court easily.
Allison again gets the ball. Obstruction call, so she'll step closer, and no hard work for her as a 29-year-old.
Yeah. Center pass taken by Allison.
So as we saw the experience pay off with Thomas in the third place game, Allison will now have to show her experience.
Yes. Offside call there on Sutherland. Did well on outside, but stepped offside, and so position back to the Spurs team.
Here's Slater. towering over Burton. That's not something that we see very often.
No, it isn't. And timeout called by the coach from the racers team, Jody and French Kench. Of course, this is their first gig coaching at the elite level, so some pressure will be on her as a coach, a young coach. She's going up against Dalton Hines, who have actually won the elite league before. Many years of experience as an international umpire, coaching the male team, coaching the junior team here in Jamaica, a short stint with the senior team as well under Connie Francis. So a wealth of experience for Dalton Hines.
Yeah, and I did say that the Spurs team usually scoring 10 goals in the first quarter. They've already scored 8.
Yep, absolutely. So they're easily past 10, not yet even in the power play period. Giselle Allison will go bunkers on that one. She loves that long range shot as well.
And Slater will be there to mop up, of course. She's really good at rebounding,
yes,
offensive rebounds.
She is. She uses her body well, Slater. No longer as agile as before, but uses her body well.
Crowd enjoying this game already. Did see Amanda Pinckney in the crowd earlier.
Yeah, the racers team need to stay in touch so that the crowd stays engaged.
Yeah. Abigail Sutherland, she's also had experience at the Netball World Cup with the Sunshine Girls.
Yes.
As well as the Commonwealth Games. I believe she was there.
No, just the World Cup. She was actually, she traveled as a reserve to the World Cup, so she was in the training sessions. Was there just in case someone got injured. Fortunately for the team, no one got injured in the World Cup. But Abigail would have still been a part of the environment, and she got a medal as well. So the reserves got a medal.
Yeah,
yes.
Always good. Here's Burton with the ball. Good pass from Sutherland. And this time to Francis, who's on the baseline, and she misses that one. Wow, shockingly.
Yeah, needed that one for sure. Need to keep in touch, the racers team.
Seems the pressure is already getting there, but yes, Burton does well. And
Burton had a great game on Friday.
She did.
Started this one quiet, but let's see if that touch will get her up and about.
And she had about 5 interceptions in the third quarter alone.
Yeah, pretty good game on Friday. Easily could have gotten the player of the game. Was really, really instrumental in that racers victory.
I'm glad you brought that up because a lot of defenders miss out on opportunities to win the game.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, as Allison converts this one.
Six goals ahead are the Spurs team. First quarter action.
While advancing to the circle, there was a contact call on Burton.
There goes a 10th goal.
Yeah, but they still have 6 minutes on the clock, so they can surpass that.
Alright, so that's a coach killer. You want your players to stay grounded. Abigail was off on one leg, no passing options forward, and so it forced a turnover, stepping call.
That's a really good touch there, and unfortunately not able to hold on to it.
So the racers patches, this is the third patch that would have been on the ground for the racers since this game.
See, the Velcro needs some adjusting, some tightening. Ball stays with Spurs. No, not Tottenham, the ones of Manchester, rather. That's an interesting combination, Manchester Spurs.
Yes, so the name, the Spurs is from Spur Tree. That's a famous hill in Manchester, so that's where the Spurs name came from.
Well, if you're an English football fan turning on your screen, you will be holding your head. Seeing that combination, Manchester and Spurs. Allison on the circle. Into the circle, goes into it, collects the ball, trying to find Slater.
From Burton. And so the racers is from the Cayman Park in St. Catherine. So St. Catherine racers.
Yeah.
Racetrack.
The horse in their logo, actually.
Yes.
Slater pushes the lead now up to 9. And Abigail Sutherland was trying to calm down her team. She's getting a little bit flustered herself.
Yes.
She's on the circle though, finds a really good pass.
Look for Shadeen Bartley to come alive in the 2-point period. That's a long time coming, that goal there now at 4.
So Leah Hibbert.
Taken by Crystal Plummer, and she finds Slater under the hoop. Home alone.
So a change for the Racers team. Aliyah Hibbert now is the wing attack. There she is on the ball. That's an early change.
Usually comes on at goal attack for the Racers team. Coach is not, the French Kentish probably not getting what she wants from Latian Stewart. Crystal Plummer on the goal. Whistle blown here, but it comes back to the Racers team.
The Racers have only managed 1 offensive rebound so far in this quarter.
Yeah. Well, let's look at the score there. Just at 4, so not a lot of opportunities forward either. So no surprises there. Held ball and ball back with the Spurs team.
And this is a part of the problem for the Racers. They're not able to take care of their possession when they get it.
Yep.
Spurs have done that well, even though they have given away the possession a couple of times. They generally are in charge and in command of their possession.
So the struggle for the Racers team, as you said, is ball retention. They're just giving away the ball too much times or too many times.
And even when they do get the defensive stops,
not
get it right back.
Correct. Right back. So not utilizing those turnovers at all. In fact, they're giving them back. And it's time for the power play period.
It's just a field there for Slater and Allison.
So look out now for Shadeen Bartley, the goal attack for the Racers team, and look out for, of course, Giselle Allison.
And of course, this is a good touch for them because now they can try to get the 2-goal conversions and 3-goal conversions now. So get a little bit more respect on that first quarter score.
Bartley pass over. Surprised she never played for the 2 just now.
Francis O just satisfied with the 1. Allison finds a good pass. And she's on the outside.
Yep. Held ball,
yeah. She's not comfortable. She doesn't like that call, but...
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with the umpire. She was in between minds there. I'm not sure if she wanted. And there we go. We spoke about the ball retention just now. Ball back to the Spurs team.
Yeah, so the Racers will have much to talk about in the huddle at the end of this quarter.
Yeah.
1.5 minutes left of it. Allison taking that shot from far. Short, but she gets back the offensive rebound, which is something that...
She did it well on Friday as well in terms of those offensive rebounds, Allison. And she's always coming from far to rebound. So defenders are not doing a good job of boxing out. Yep. Yeah. So some of the principles in netball are similar to those in basketball about the boxing out and the screens. Similar principles.
That's a really good touch there.
Francis did well though to recover.
Francis gets back the ball. Will she take the shot? Yeah, she
This is a 1 point though because her leg was in the 2 point. It was in the 1 point area. So even though she took it from the 2 point zone, if you notice on her landing, there was one leg in the 1 point area, and so it would have counted the 1. The 1 point is what would have counted. So they're going to measure the shot from where the front leg was.
Slater does well. Pass off the pole. And Racers get to keep the possession. Sutherland looking for a pass, has to go back. Not much help.
Plummer covering Sutherland good in this game.
Bartley.
In and out for Bartley on that 2-point effort. It's going to be a contact. Let's see if this. Oh, it's going the next way. I thought it was a
Offside.
contact. Oh, it's offside.
Contact call on the wing defense for the Racers.
Umpire Jeremy Thomas there. End of the first quarter.
So 16-5. St. Catherine Racers has some work to do. And she'll be happy though, the captain of this Manchester Spurs team. And yeah, anyone in black and green will be very happy with this confirmation of the score. Manchester Spurs 16, St. Catherine Racers 5. Their best first quarter performance of the tournament, I guess saving the best for the last. And as we take a look at the first quarter highlights, it did start with the Racers getting the first 2 goals. It seemed as if they were out to play, of course, Francis making those first 2 shots.
And they had the opportunity to go 3-zip and they missed that, and it has been all Spurs since that time.
Toppled right over from them. That was the second game. They had that chance to go ahead. This is the miss that Sean is referring to. And another one. And that's when the momentum shifted with the defending champions. And Allison, she's been good so far, as well as Slater. Slater has taken majority of the shots, but Allison has added a couple of her own, got the ball rolling for the Spurs team, and then gave away to Scully, as she's affectionately called. And this is the position that they're in now, 16-5, a comfortable spot for Manchester Spurs. We'll take a break now and come back with the second quarter.
The hour of deliverance, healing, and breakthrough is on CeenTV, your preferred eye to the Caribbean. Join us on Sundays for the premiere of the Breakthrough Deliverance Hour at 9 a.m. Eastern Caribbean Time or 8 a.m. for Jamaica.
Welcome to Campus Vibes.
We've got in-depth interviews with teachers, students, and administration, shedding light on Campus Vibes, Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m., 7:30 p.m. ET on CeenTV, the preferred eye to the Caribbean.
You gotta teach me that one. Hey.
All right, next. I always dance on footies. You are watching Cooking with Love. Keep it locked.
Informative, reliable, entertaining, whether here or abroad. The Jamaica magazine keeps you up to date on the latest events happening in our little island home. Be in the know with the Jamaica magazine. Weekdays at 6 p.m., 7 Eastern Caribbean Time on CeenTV.
Welcome back. We are almost ready for the second quarter of this final in the Red Stripe Netball Jamaica Elite League. Manchester Spurs, they have the ball against St. Catherine Racers for the start of the second quarter. Here we go. Spurs leading 16-5 against the Racers. 9-goal lead.
All right, so the St. Catherine Racers team will need to do their best to peg back the score in this quarter. Of course, the Spurs off to a fast start.
As expected, 6 more of what they're accustomed getting in the first quarter.
Well,
they usually get 10, lowest 9, and now they have 16.
The Racers need to race back in this one.
There's Francis getting the ball on the inside. I'm surprised she didn't take the shot there. And so are so many others watching.
Yeah, should have gone to post there.
Well done by Francis to get that pass collected and convert.
Telegraphed pass. The defenders were all over it. Francis lucky to have taken it. Center pass to follow. Let's see if they're able to score back-to-back goals here. That is required for them to get back into this encounter.
And just as we saw in the first quarter, the second quarter with a really good
Crystal Plummer taking that intercept.
Yep. Yeah, from Plummer. The Racers, I didn't even get to finish my point. I was saying that the Racers got us off to a good start in the first quarter, and they've done so again in this quarter.
Burton replies.
Yeah.
And spoils it for the Spurs team.
She seemed to have gotten going upon Burton.
Yes. Amanda Thompson is on at wing defense for the Racers team. Seems to be the only change on court.
Allison finds a pass, tries to get it back.
Alia Hibbert is now on that goal attack. Shadeen Bartley sent to the bench. Latian Stewart back in at wing attack for the Racers team.
And then that was the change that we would have initially saw, but instead what we did see was Hibbert move to wing attack, but now she's at the goal attack position. So yeah, Amanda Thompson, as Sean mentioned, wing defense. That's the only other change. Slater now gets going. Lead back up to 6. 12.
Giselle Allison asking her team to use and to be patient.
Yeah, that was Abigail Sutherland on the screen. She's having a bit of a tough task. She's the captain of this Racers squad.
A good try from Burton.
Yeah. She did see it, but she didn't get there.
Yeah, a good try though.
Leaving Slater all alone in the circle. And it seems to be a really good battle in there with Slater and Burton.
Yep.
I just saw Slater looking at Burton like,
yes.
Who are you? No free pass. Slater gets it a little bit far from the pole, and this time a little bit more comfortable spot. Burton puts her hand up, but only half-heartedly. She doesn't want to get called for the obstruction.
Good shot from Slater.
Center pass with Racers. And this is a big blowout here. We did expect this game would be much closer, but that's what happens when you don't take your chances.
Absolutely, and the Racers, they had their chances, you know. In netball, it's alternate center passes, so it's your center pass then mine, so they're not making use of theirs, and if you're allowing your opponent to score yours and score theirs, then of course you're going to find yourself in a position similar to what the Racers are in now.
Ball will stay with the Spurs.
Goal defense, Shanika Jones, not agreeing with the call. Shanika Jones, sorry.
And
Allison's bib is off.
Yeah, she lost hers now.
So the game seems to be physical because step-in call, I think the umpire missed a step there on Slater.
And that was a really good attempt there by Jones.
Yes.
But Slater, always with a serious look on her face. She takes no prisoners.
No,
She's
she
17 from 18 so far she's shot, has Scully.
A good play there from the Racers team.
And out of
the
bounds.
goal attack puts Aliyah Hibbert thought placed that. That was
done.
well done by Paul and Burton. That was from behind against a Slater. That's superb.
Yeah, so Burton she's equally up to the task. She's been doing good work, has found herself. She did find it a little bit tough in the first quarter, but she's adjusting well now.
Yes, she has.
And she was ably supported by Jones at the goal defense position. That one is off the pole.
Spurs coming through court easily here, top of the circle here.
Yeah, Burton by herself.
Should be a finish here from Allison.
Out of play is Burton, and Allison all alone to do what she pleases, and she decides to score.
Center pass to follow 22-7. The fans are liking this change with Francis coming out. When this change happened against, well, not the same team, but both Shanika Johnson, the goalkeeper of the Spurs team, I think her challenge is more when she's playing against a moving shooter. So let's see if that's the same for this game.
Finally, some good play. Hibbert now has the ball and she converts the second goal of this quarter four.
Well, there's no Francis now, so she's going to go to post more often. Should Hibbert.
Barley passes off to Hibbert. Hibbert again getting in a better position, and she has a nice view of the pool. A couple of hands in front of her, so throwing her off. Shanika Johnson and Zardy Green. That's a really good by Jones into the hands of Sutherland, and she passes it back. Sutherland has it again and giving it right back to Johnson.
Yeah, Sutherland should have gone for the shorter option now. So she's playing with shorter shooters, and so it should be shorter passes. Yeah, short and sharp passes are needed for the Racers team this quarter.
So they now have 9 turnovers to the Racers team. Not good enough already. It's still early days in the game. Too many to count. That's more than they've scored. Hibbert passes to Bartley. Bartley puts up the shot, and now they move to 9. 13 goal difference as a timeout is called.
Coach Dalton Hines using a timeout here. Not liking what he's seeing. Looks a little annoyed on sideline with his team. They're still in control. Yes, he's annoyed. He's asking the players he's demanding more from the players, is Coach Hines, and the players are in agreement. Their heads are nodding.
This team here, though, they look dejected. They are young, so now they have to tap into that youthful exuberance.
Yes.
And try to pull it back. They're down 13 goals. It seems far, but we do have the power play to go. There's Trisha Robinson, the lady on the left of your screen, in the nice floral pants. And she's the president of Netball Jamaica. And she is satisfied with how the 10th edition of the Red Stripe Netball Jamaica Elite League has come off.
Former presidents Marva Bernard, to the right of screen.
Marva Bernard, a stalwart not only in Jamaican netball but in America's netball.
Correct.
Well respected throughout the Americas region.
Correct, she is. Burton, good job. Margaret Beckford was also in shot just now beside Martha Bernard. She's the first president of Netball Jamaica. Then Jamaica Netball Association.
Martha Bernard, when the World Cup qualifiers were held here in Kingston, Jamaica 2 years ago, she was honored for her service to Netball Americas. And like I said, well respected. Everyone who came in first asked, "Where's Martha?"
Yes, yes.
So the penalties are creeping up for the racers, or the infringements rather. 11 contacts called on the racers team as Bartley converts. Now Francis is back, and she scored. Slater with a good look at the pool.
Good shot as well.
And Burton not able to distract her.
All right, so some frustration showing on Burton's face.
Yeah, screaming at her teammates. So now they have to, instead of fighting against each other, they have to come together, dig deep, and try to pull things back. There's Francis. She's back on the court. She scored one already, and she scores another.
It's actually Shadeen Bartley who is our goal shooter.
I did have it right the first time. Allison gets away from the bundle, and yeah, she'll take a shot instead, and that one falls. Again creeping up. 14 goal lead now with under 5 minutes left on the clock until the end of this first half. So I guess it has been a better second quarter, a better quarter rather, for the Racers defensively. You've been able to keep the Spurs down to just 9 shots. They had 16 in the first quarter, but they're just not taking care of the ball.
Yeah, ball retention is a big challenge for this. Unlucky fall there for Burton, but she's back up.
Allison gets it back. Burton is in front of her, no distraction, and she'll convert easily. So they have scored 10 this quarter. Racers with just 5. Allison has 8 from 12 so far.
Well played.
This should be 9 from 13. It is. So we're approaching the Powerade power play for the second quarter.
Yeah, ball retention just not there for the Racers team. Yep.
Sutherland trying to find a pass. She finds one. Gets it back luckily. Bartley gives it back. And they're looking for a way in the circle. Hibbert. Contact called on her. And she passes it to Bartley. And she converts. Good. So you're going into halftime, Sean. What are you going to tell the Racers team?
For the Racers team, so the first thing they need to address is just, so you got to do it in bite size. So the first thing you need to do is retain possession of the ball. Not doing a good job at it now. So it's not a case that they are missing shots. Giselle Allison goes for 2 there. So it's not a case that they are missing shots. It's just their ability to take the ball to circle is a challenge for the Racers team. As I said before, it's alternate center passes. So if they're giving the other team their center pass and then the other team also scores on their own center pass, then that's a challenge. Nice move there. They're going for the 2 here from Bartley. Unlucky. Throw in here for the Spurs team. And so it's for coming back out, the Racers team first need to address their ability to retain possession of the ball. Shooters are pretty accurate, so if the ball gets to the shooter's hand, most cases are going to shoot. And you need to put some pressure over on the Spurs team. If they're comfortable there, the shots will be easier for them. So no pressure, it means no tension in the muscles, and so the shots are going to be easy for them. Of course, they have that lethal shooter in Giselle Allison, who's able to score from 2 points. And Slater, because the score is this far, is going for the 2.
Wow, she converts it.
Absolutely.
And the bench is loving it, of course.
That's what I'm saying. No pressure. The tension, no tension will be in the muscles, and so the shooting is easier.
Yeah, so we did expect a much closer matchup in this one as Hibbert tries to score this one. She misses from right under the pool, and again, not able to control or keep the ball. So,
all right. So before I was saying shooting was a problem, but Hibbert proved me wrong just now. Unlucky contest. There's a warning. Player will be warned for dangerous play in terms of her contest and that ball, Amanda Thompson.
Yeah. Yeah,
she's off for 2 minutes.
For 2 minutes, yeah. Sent to the sin bin.
Yeah, fans in disagreement with that call. They've won possession though.
I think it was a very honest accident.
Yes,
they were both going for the ball.
The warning is necessary, but I guess it's down to what the umpire's decision is.
Yeah, that's
how they view it.
Hibbert all alone under the pole. Can she score? She does. And yeah, the shooting, as you said, Sean, not the major issue for the Racers team.
No, it isn't. So Allison, you'll see her playing it back out because one of her legs was in the 1 point zone just now, and that's why she was playing it back out to get into the 2 point zone.
Burton to Jones. Jones looking for a pass right into the hands of Allison, who gives it to Slater, and she can't get up there. We've seen that a few times in the semifinals where the ball sails over Slater's head.
Yeah. So good thing though for the Racers team is that since Thompson went to the bench, the Spurs have not scored a goal. So it means that that's a positive for them. They're pushing for one this time, and the clock beats them.
So that's the end of the second quarter, end of the first half, and the Spurs, the defending champions in black and green, are definitely very, very comfortable. That's the captain, Shanika Johnson, on your screen, and that bench looks like a really comfortable bench. They don't seem to have been, well, they've broken a sweat, but
black and green is a good color.
Yeah.
As a color bowl boy, it's a great color. So interestingly, so Thompson is gone. Thompson is sent to the bench for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
They played less than 2 minutes just now before the break. So it means that when play resumes, she will again be on the bench beside in the sin bin, as you said, until that 2 minutes elapses.
So 32-13 the score heading into halftime, and I'm sure it won't be that much of a long team talk for the Spurs team. Racers though has been a really tough game for them in the start. They got things off and flying, got the first 2 goals of this first half, but then the momentum changed when they missed that third attempt to go 3-0 up, and then in the end it started, here's the miss, would have cost them the lead basically, and then from there it started to be all about the Manchester Spurs team. Giselle Allison leading the way, leading the charge, leading the resurgence, and got a couple of goals for herself to start things off for her Spurs team. She's experienced, and then Slater joined in, found herself in some really good spaces, and in the first quarter they were up comfortably 16-5. Then they switched ends, and more of the same continues. The Racers showing glimpses of fighting back, but once they got a nudge from the Spurs team, they fell. There's Hibbert. She came in on the goal attack, replacing Bartley. Bartley then went into the goal shoot position, and it turned out to be really good. A good change. Francis out, but they couldn't stop the Spurs. The Spurs completely taking control of their circle, and I guess in the Racer circle as well. Lots to do for Racers to talk about, of course. And yeah, they have a lot to do.
So it's a photo up there for Marva Bernard and Margaret Beckford. As I said, Margaret Beckford is the first president of the Jamaica Netball Association.
Yeah. And of course the sponsor is Red Stripe. Red Stripe flavors. What's your favorite flavor, Sean?
Sorrel.
Yeah, I like that one too. Anyways, the end of the first half. We'll be back with the second half encounter shortly.
For your weekly gospel news, music, and entertainment, join us on CeenTV, your preferred eye to the Caribbean, for the premiere of the Gospel Report on Mondays at 6:30 p.m., 7:30 Eastern Time. Hope, guidance, and faith teachings this and every Sunday.
Come on and say amen today.
Watch The Breath of Life at 7 a.m., 8 Eastern on CeenTV, your preferred eye to the Caribbean.
Hi guys, I'm Natasha DeBoul, aka The Classy Chef, and welcome to Momstration. If you can't eat a lot of spice, oh yeah, I could give it a pot in this.
This is really good, Natasha. Very nice.
Since we have Momstration, right? For next season, we could have Dadstration.
Can't forget your dad.
So join me as we go into the kitchen, helping frustrated moms.
Welcome to Campus Vibes.
We've got in-depth interviews with teachers, students, and administration, shedding light on campus vibes. Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m., 7:30 p.m. ET on CeenTV, the preferred eye to the Caribbean.
The hour of deliverance, healing, and breakthrough is on CeenTV, your preferred eye to the Caribbean. Join us on Sundays for the premiere of the Breakthrough Deliverance Hour at 9 a.m. Eastern Caribbean Time or 8 a.m. for Jamaica.
Are you craving fun and creativity? Not to worry, we've got you covered. Join us on Wednesdays at 10 p.m. Eastern Caribbean Time, 9 in Jamaica for Dancing Dynamite on CeenTV.
Rejection most times is the redirection we need to unlock our truest potential.
Even the other day, I'm in my closet, I'm a ball on the whole place. But you have to pick up yourself.
Life puts us in some uncomfortable and unexpected situations despite our efforts and plans.
I mean, I lived a shame that wasn't even mine.
So how do we look at failures as opportunities? How do we deal with life's uncertainties, identify some losses as wins, all while not labeling ourselves as total losers or failures? You'll find out right here on Redirection with Terry Carell.
Redirection with Terry Carell is now on CeenTV, Thursdays 7 p.m., 8 p.m. ECT, with a repeat on Fridays 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. ECT.
You gotta teach me that one. Hey.
Alright, next. I always dance on Tuesdays. You are watching Cooking with Love. Keep it locked.
Welcome back to the National Indoor Sports Center in Kingston, Jamaica. Final of the Red Stripe Netball Jamaica Elite League. There's a score so far. Manchester Spurs are defending champions 32-13 over St. Catherine Racers. And in about half hour, about 45 minutes, we'll see if they can keep that up. 32-35. Well, yeah, 32 from 35 attempts, 13 from 23 attempts. So I guess the percentage is not that far off for either team. The deflections 12 for Manchester Spurs, while the Racers can only get 3 interruptions of play in the circle. Contacts though sheared 11 each. Turnovers 9 each as well. And Spurs with more penalties, 6-2. Racers 2.
Yeah, so the major difference on that stats just now would have been the goal attempts. Not a lot of attempts for the Racers team compared to what the Spurs took, and even with the few attempts that they made, they had so many misses.
Yeah, so look at it from a percentage-wise. I think it's not different. Well, before we get back to the play, let's take a look now at one of the players who are in this final, who is in this final, one of the players in this final. Her name, the captain of the St. Catherine Racers team, Abigail Sutherland.
Flavors Netball Jamaica Elite League featured player on Sportsmax, brought to you by Red Stripe Flavors. Add a stripe of flavor.
What sets me apart from other players is my speed and my ability to get free in small spaces. Also, me just having fun and being able to encourage others on the court.
Red Stripe Flavors Netball Jamaica Elite League featured player on Sportsmax, brought to you by Red Stripe Flavors. Add a stripe.
Yeah, Abigail Sutherland plays for the Sunshine Girls. We actually went to school together for about a year. No classes together, but she's a Pelican, I'm a Pelican. So, school spirit, I can take her.
Her favorite players are Liz Watson of Australia and Nicole Dixon of Jamaica. Well, Dixon Rochester. Really good players, those two.
Yeah, and she did mention her capabilities of encouraging others on the court. I have seen that. She'll need to dig deep. There she is. She'll need to dig deep now, and that's why she's the leader of this team, because of her capabilities of pulling the team together and, you know, keep them in a good mood. And she'll need to keep this team close together now and have more laughs so that they can keep smiling at the end of it. But this team here, lots of experience. Johnson, Allison, Slater, and others, because Plummer is there as well. She has some experience as well. Zawdi Green, a lot of names there that are familiar. But this young team, they don't have much to, I guess, be embarrassed about, because they're here playing against a team with the likes of Manchester Spurs.
Yeah, I don't see the Racers team coming back from this.
Yeah, it will be tough if they do.
Yeah, but pride is on the line, so it's just about trying to tidy the score up. Don't see them coming back to win the game, but play for pride. It's the finals you're playing, and it's a televised game, and a lot of fans in the stands as well. So you need to just, as a coach, you just encourage them to play for pride at this point. I also went to you, we're just in a different era. 2 lines there. I'm surprised Dalton Hines is keeping the same 7.
You are. He wants to win.
It's 19 goals.
Yeah, I guess he wants more of a cushion before making more changes.
All right, so 2 minutes expires for Thompson. She's back on court, the wing defense for the Racers team. Yeah, I don't see the Racers team coming back from being 19 goals down. So, of course, it's an opportunity to even roll in the bench, even if not at once, just give them some playing time. It's the finals. They've been there all season.
Racers trying to, well, they've done better this quarter so far, even though we're just getting started, just over a minute and a half of it, but they're taking care of the ball better already in this quarter. As you can see, Burton has come out to play the goal defense position. She's swapped with Shanika Jones, who goes into the circle now.
Yes.
To keep against Scully.
Yes. Scully's a fan favorite for sure.
Absolutely.
Taken by Zanasha Hines. course, would have played for the Sunshine Girls before Hines and currently on the rugby team for Jamaica.
I knew this name was familiar. Rugby, yes. Sutherland finds a good pass in the circle, and Bartley will take the shot, misses.
So apart from the missed goals, you see once the shooters, the Francis is no longer in the circle, so Shanika Johnson's impact is not as great as before because now you have moving shooters.
Yes.
So she's still impactful, but not as great as before.
Hibbert did the cleanup job there. Oh. And the possession goes now to the Racers team. Seems the swap between Jones and Burton has some kind of effect on how things are going so far.
They need to score this one though.
Most definitely. Burton running into her teammate there. Sutherland sends it up court.
Great ball.
And again, just not taking. Luckily, they get it back. Bartley will take a shot. No, she doesn't. Ups against it. Sutherland gets back the ball. Contact is called. Here's Hibbert giving it back to Sutherland. Contact called again. And Bartley will take the shot now. Would she score? Yes, she does. And the centre pass back with the Racers.
Very important centre pass here. Again, just to ensure the score is tidied up.
Bartley again. Can't shoot from that distance.
Well taken by Sutherland.
Better luck for her. And tough luck.
Yeah, unlucky. That was halfway down.
Ball to Allison. Allison now trying to find a better position to shoot from. Contact call. A little bit of a push there from Allison.
Umpire saw it. And so the ball now with the Racers team. Another opportunity to score from this one.
Sutherland gives it back to Hibbert. Hibbert gives it back to Sutherland. Sutherland with a nice pass on the edge of the circle. Contact call on the inside. So Hibbert passes to Bartley. And she converts. So they're slowly creeping up, are the Racers.
Need another stop here. And this looks like this.
Not able to hold on to it.
Not able to hold on to it.
Allison passes it out. And Burton does well. She's not playing the goalkeeper position, but still having some effect in that part of the circle. Sutherland goes up court now. They seem to be playing with a lot more confidence, are the Racers team.
Yep, definitely need to score from this. If they score from this, the confidence level will lift even higher. Well done from Johnson.
Yes, Johnson doing well to get it away.
So that's Johnson's first touch in a long while on the ball.
And that's good movement there from Hibbert, drawing both defenders away from Bartley, providing all the space for her.
Yeah, that play was totally all Hibbert in terms of her movement, attracting the defenders, and Latian did well as well in terms of spotting. Okay, they retain possession. So good start for from this quarter. Unlucky.
Ball with Allison now on the edge of the circle. Step call.
Yeah, it's a step-in call. Plummer almost won back possession for her Spurs team.
That was a bad pass. Came up short.
Yeah, good play from Johnson. So she's in the play twice. So she's back on up and about is Johnson.
Seems Burton has lost her bib. She's bibless. Slater does well with the rebound. She's a really good offensive rebounder, as you mentioned earlier, and that one holds true. So just holding time now, giving him a chance to
just to get for Burton to retrieve her bib.
Yeah. Spurs bench looks a little bit worried. I don't know why. They're still comfortable, although they haven't been dominant with the ball this time.
A good contest there from Amanda Thompson, unlucky not to get possession.
The umpires sweating even more than the players.
Umpires, they are fit though, especially their international umpires, so they do a lot of fitness testing as soon as another bib is on the ground.
I think it's Burton's again, yeah. Definitely hers.
Umpires not sight, so okay. It's dangerous, so you need to ensure.
That front bib has been holding on for dear life.
Or not.
It's Allison. We just saw Dalton Hines earlier.
It's on the ground again.
And Allison.
It's on Burton's shoe this time.
My goodness, and she's looking for it.
Yeah.
I think we need some tape for that. Goes
again.
Burton, she has the ball though in her hand. I'm sure she'll be looking for a pass, and right into Johnson's hands.
On the ground again.
Yeah, that means she's putting in the work. She's a bit sweaty.
So the highlight of this quarter is Burton's bib.
Keeps falling the whole time again. There it is. Can't seem to stay attached to its owner. And yeah, she has been working hard. I'm sure that the sweat is why he can't stay on. That's okay though. You see the effort.
They're fixing the back.
I'm not sure who Sutherland saw there. Burton definitely did not expect that pass. So they need to pay more attention to each other so that they're not surprised when they do get the ball.
Yeah, the ball retention issues creeping in again. Good touching there from Hibbert, and so they are going back to the court. Good front position from Bartley.
Sutherland begging someone to come to the front for the ball. She knows it's going to be tough to pass over that duo.
Credit to Johnson. She's been very busy in this third quarter.
Contact called on Hibbert. And the fans not happy about that. It's 11 turnovers now for Racers. Spurs surprisingly have more than they do. But they're keeping good control of the ball now. Allison finds Scully. And that's a good pass, good lob to Slater, and she converts it. Yeah, so the bench can smile again.
Not Slater though.
Of course not.
Still poker face.
She's in game mode. Sutherland with the ball. I think Sutherland has a habit of not looking for passes. Yeah, forward. Yeah. Sometimes she's conscious of it, so she tries not to. But I find most times the first person she sees, she makes that pass.
Good change from Stewart.
Sutherland gets it back. Now she's looking.
Easy one for Johnson for sure.
Very easy. Again, you see, once she decides who she's passing that ball to, best believe.
So Johnson is really doing well in this third quarter. She was quiet in the second period, but she came alive in the third quarter.
Slater with her game face on. She adds to her tally of goals so far this quarter, this game, this match.
Thompson needs to be careful because she was already sent off.
She was.
So she will be on the umpire's radar for sure. Alan Beckford in the background.
So time is held. And we're approaching that Powerade power play moment.
Oh, so it's blood on Shanika Johnson. There's blood on her knees.
Oh, John. Oh.
On her knee.
Yeah, so Jones will have to get that tended to. It seems she got a cut. Yeah. So probably when she was...
So Rashida Reed replaces Shanika Johnson.
Yeah, so probably what I think happened with Jones was when she collided with Slater.
Yes.
Rashida Reed now on the point that Sean would have mentioned. So ball back with the Racers. Sutherland.
Oh.
Now let's see if Johnson will be sent into the sin bin. Probably not.
Probably if it was the next umpire's half.
Yeah, but that's exactly. That's
a similar play.
It's very similar play.
Yes.
To what Thompson was penalized for. So a little bit of an inconsistency there. But Hibbert, she's strong. She'll take it. Probably thrive off of it now. Bartley has the ball inside. Finds Hibbert. Contact is called on Johnson. We're into the power play period.
Look for Allison in this period. They're comfortably ahead, so expect to see some 2-pointers coming up.
Yeah.
Lost possession though.
We'll certainly be looking for it. The question is now between Bartley and Hibbert, who are going to take those far shots, if any at all.
Bartley should be the one.
Hibbert to Burton. Burton looking for a pass. Contact called beyond the first traverse line. Bartley now will look to take a 2-pointer. That one is off, and Johnson comes down with the rebound.
Johnson.
Jones is getting all shocked up on the sideline, so she'll probably be back for the fourth quarter. Slater with a shot. That's one. It's only going to count for one. 38-20, so not a bad quarter in terms of scoring for Racers when matched up to the Spurs team. Spurs taking it very easily, and I find that this is something that they do often. They get a really good start and then they just take it breezy for the remainder of the match. That's why you see the ending with scores like 43 and 45, and even with blowout starts.
Exactly.
Slater gets back the ball. Burton does well to get in front, but she tried to pick up Allison, leaving Slater all alone.
Slater no longer interested in the 2-pointer, so she's working her way back to the 1-point area.
Yeah. Sutherland with the ball, gives it to Hibbert. Hibbert finds a really good pass, and she gets in position under the post. She'll take one.
Dribbles in. So it's 18, still an 18-goal lead.
That was a good pass from Latimer and Stewart there, the wing attack, and that one is taken away now from Reed.
So they need to score here, and then the centre pass to follow. They need to win this quarter, give themselves some form of confidence going into the fourth.
Again, Hibbert in good position, all by herself, and Stewart finds her. So 39-22 now.
So they should play for the last shot here.
Oh no, that was too easy. Way too easy, and into Zaldi Green's hands.
Burton's baby's on the ground again.
So that's the end of the third quarter. Pretty much a surprising result going into the fourth. And yeah, even though We did think it would have been more competitive. Manchester Spurs are running away with this one. Very comfortable 17-goal advantage. Racers, they seem dejected. They still have 15 minutes to play. I'm sure they'll be thinking what went wrong. There's confirmation of the score to this point. Manchester Spurs 39-22 for St. Catherine Racers at the end of this third quarter. Let's take a look now at the highlights. It did start with the Racers getting the first goal of the half. But Slater answered back with a couple of her own. The Racers, though, built momentum. They've outscored Spurs in this quarter.
Yeah, as I said, they should be playing for pride now. Lead too big of a margin, but it's the final. You want to ensure that you put in at least a competitive performance. So I don't see them coming back from this deficit, but at least give the fans something to cheer about and ensure that the score is goes no further in terms of a blowout. Just keep pegging back. They've won that quarter, so that's good. That's a checkbox. They should try to win the other quarter as well.
Hibbert was able to find a good couple passes, a good couple possessions, but Slater was always the person who was going to push that score further and further away from the Racers. We'll take a break now. When we come back, the final quarter of this final of the Netball Jamaica Elite League for 2024.
Hope, guidance, and faith teachings this and every Sunday.
Come on and say amen today.
Watch The Breath of Life at 7 a.m., 8 Eastern on CeenTV, your preferred eye to the Caribbean.
Are you an attorney or a law student? Are you looking to expand your practice or to pay off those law school debts? Well, Level Up Jamaica is for you. The Consular Queen presents a one-day intensive U.S. immigration certification on July 27 at the Half Moon Hotel in Montego Bay. Register now to receive your certification from the Winter Immigration Law Academy. Don't hesitate. Register today at levelupjamaica.com.
Get ready to meet the world. Discover new places, lifestyles, and cultures. Ours is a place full of intrigue and insight at every turn, and it's all at your fingertips with travel access. Premiering Thursdays at 6:30 p.m., 7:30 Eastern on CeenTV.
So we're getting ready for the final 15 minutes of the Red Stripe Flavors Netball Jamaica Elite League. There's a look at the stat sheet so far, 39-22. 21 deflections actually for Manchester Spurs. And they've got really good control of the ball. 15 turnovers though, not good for them in the third quarter. They had more, but then the Racers did well to just keep it to 12, but they've been matching up with the contacts. So it is about respectability now, Sean.
Yeah, it is. And I noticed from the stats just now, the Racers team would have missed 12 goals. The Spurs team only missing six goals. So that's something to look at for the Racers team. There's Shanika Jones, now at wing defense for the Racers team. Means Amanda Thompson is sent to the bench.
Yeah. So it all started in the first quarter. They scored the first two and then missed one, and they weren't the same since then.
No. And of course, Francis sent to the bench early. Oh, she's back on court. Well, it's Tracy Francis at goal shooter for the Racers team. Step call. Surprised Rashida Reach never looked forward. She actually just looked back. Umpire giving Burton talk here. He advances the ball.
Yeah, so the contact initially called, giving Racers the possession, and then giving it right back Lidburton with a step infringement. Contact on Slater, giving the possession over to the Racers team, who try to get it into the circle as quickly as possible now. As they can. They're down 16, they're down 17 rather. Johnson does well to pick it up. Well done from Burton. She's really good at reading the plays.
Yeah. She's reading the play as well. Just need to work on, I think, her speed.
Well, Francis is back.
Yes, Francis is back at goal shooter.
Missed 2 quarters. Interesting. Top shooter of the entire tournament. Missing 2 quarters in the final. What do you reckon the rationale is behind that, Sean?
I think the rationale would be the early misses. When we spoke about the misses that the Racers had early, those were Francis's misses, and so I thought the coaches, and of course when she came out the game in the second quarter, Johnson got quiet because now we had a moving circle. Johnson came alive in the third quarter, and I'm assuming that's why the coaches went back to Francis, because Johnson would have used the second quarter to just find herself around in terms of working out how to mark the moving circle. In the third quarter, she was back alive, and so it forced back this change. See, now they're struggling more with Francis in the circle.
Yeah, that was an example of why she came off.
Right.
Those misses. It's a good spot, Sean.
Yes.
Hibbert's still out there, which means Bartley's off.
And so see bad hands from Francis there. And position back with the Spurs team. Good touch from so obstruction advantage is called.
Oh, Sutherland almost getting it.
It's physical.
Slater does well to get back the rebound, and she moves on to the circle to collect it, gives it off to Allison, who should score this one, and does so easily.
Yes, winless effort from Allison.
41-22 the score now. It's just under 4 minutes gone in this final quarter. Here's Jones. She's back with her knee strapped. Good passage of play here from Racers. Can Francis converts finally. So breaking that rhythm, that streak, that missing streak. There's Hibbert looking for a pass, and everybody's all over Francis. Green and Johnson over Francis, trying to get that ball away from the Racers team. So Hibbert has to do some work. Contact is called, and Francis will have a free shot. Misses again, right under the pole, but she gets back the rebound. Can she score? Yeah, she's having an off night. What a night to have one. The final.
Yes, in the final. The team needed for the Racers to do well. Francis would have had to have brought her A game. That wasn't on tonight. And so it required her being on the bench for 2 quarters.
Ball with Racers. They'll need to pick up their scoring again. They did well in the third quarter, but now they have to dig deep again. Of course, it is just about respectability on the scoreline now.
Absolutely.
Seems the task is too far gone, with Francis now finding her groove. I'd love to see her stats. I'm not sure she would want to see them. Ball with the Spurs. Trying to find the circle, but this is good defense. Slater eventually gets it. Rebound with Allison, and she loses it.
Yeah, Allison does well with offensive rebounds.
Oh, again, not taking care of the ball. The retention problems creeping in again. Slater all by her lonesome. Contact called on Burton.
Burton loses her bib again.
Yeah, time held so she can get it. So we'll stop the clock momentarily. Yes, Burton. Yeah, I think she had to pin it on now. Hopefully it stays on. Contact called. Sutherland finds Francis. Francis will take a shot from there. She hasn't been very good tonight from there, but now she's finding her groove. I guess if she had shot herself out of the slump, stayed on for a quarter or two, she would have been able to add some more fuel to this fire. Sometimes the best way to undo a slump is to shoot your way out of it. She didn't really get the chance to do so. Coach pulled her immediately. I guess it is a final, so you don't want to leave any margin for error or too much room for it. That's a good touch here. And a contact called on Reed. Allison has the ball in hand, finds a pass, and the Slater gets it back. Contact now on Burton. Slater called for the contact. Ball with the Racers now. Burton now trying to, I guess, pick up the tempo of this team. Sutherland trying to find a way into the circle. Can't find one. Goes back, gets it back now. Hibbert with the ball. Good attempt from Sutherland, but Green is all over that.
Yes.
Here's the Racers captain. Hibbert finds a really good pass through traffic to Francis, and she converts.
So the Spurs on their way to their third title in the Elite League. They would have won one under coach Connie Francis. They won last year under Phyllis Thompson and Rashid Josephs. And they're going to win in their third this year under coach Dalton Hines.
Of course, some really good coaches there.
Absolutely.
Connie Francis, the coach of the Sunshine Girls.
Absolutely.
So I guess there's no reason for you to lose with the national coach on your bench. So Francis has found her footing.
Too late though.
Yeah.
28-43, all but done. So Coach Hines, Dalton Hines making some changes. Kian Cousins is on at wing attack. Paylene is on at wing defense.
And Francis scores. So that's a good passage of play for the Racers. The interception turning into the conversion, and now they have the center pass. That's a good touch from Johnson, but she's called for contact.
And Sasha Gay Dixon is the center on for the there you go.
And she got a steal. Got the interception there.
Spurs team.
Allison finds a better spot to shoot from. Misses, but Slater is there. Cleans up. A little bit of a fumble, but no real problems, and she converts in the end. Goes up now to 44-29 in favor of the Racers. That's really good from Abigail Sutherland. Francis all alone, and she converts. Cousins with a long pass to Allison. No contact call as it goes out, so she'll get it back for her team, the Spurs, with a 14-goal advantage. Not much time left. There's Johnson taking a sip of water, the captain for the Spurs team. Allison trying to get around her marker, but they're not able to. Racers down the other end of the court. Stewart trying to find Hibbert. Hibbert is contacted. She'll pass off to Francis. Francis.
So the Racers are winning this quarter as well, which is good.
Yeah.
More changes coming.
Significantly improving.
So Nadia Hibbert coming on now. She's going to be the goal defense. Nadia Hibbert coming at goal defense for the Spurs team. Zodi Green moves to goal attack.
Sutherland into Francis. That's a good lob. And she puts it up. That's a good shot. So now she has found her groove. The rhythm is there. She's shot herself out of a slump. And this score does look a little bit more
another
respectable.
Touch from Sutherland.
That's a good touch from Jones, and Jones saves it. Sutherland finds a good pass, and all by itself is Francis. That's a good passage of play, and they converts. So the last time that they played against each other, the score ended 43-35. Before that, 49-36. So I guess this one is sticking to the script.
It is. And now we're in the power play period, so let's see. There's no Barkley on the court for the Racers team, so I'm not sure if we'll see any 2-point attempts from the Racers team. They're going to need twos now, and so they're making the change to bring Barkley in.
This is a late surge from the Racers. Too little, too late. Hibbert will take a rest, and Bartley comes back in. Sutherland trying to get the ball away. It goes over her head and into the circle now. Cousins trying to find a pass. She does find one. It's a good pass to Slater, but she's called for a contact. Sutherland wasting little time. She gets it back, trying to find Bartley or Francis. She yells as if she was pushed away. Umpire not interested in that one, and I guess the netball justice, you can call that. She was sure, she was certain she was pushed. Bartley to Sutherland. Sutherland trying to find Francis. She does so.
So Johnson's doing a good job of keeping Barkley covered. So no 2-point attempt coming from Barkley because she's covered by Johnson, and so they have to take the one.
Francis again. That's a lovely lob into the circle from Abigail Sutherland.
She's in the one again. Barkley's being covered by Johnson. Ones won't work at all.
There's that push again that we're looking for. Johnson did fall on Sutherland.
Yeah.
So that's where she...
Unlucky for Sutherland. Their umpire missed it completely.
Yeah.
There's the Green. She'll make a 2-point attempt.
Slater does well to get it back to her teammate.
A replay ball here. Another opportunity for the Racers team.
And they give it right back, but Burton is there to clean up. Sutherland trying to find Stewart. She does so. Stewart to Bartley. Into Francis. Francis scores. So they cut the lead now to a respectable 8. Too late, I guess.
For sure. Close up there of Judy and French Kentish. A touch from Paul and Burton. She's running for the ball.
And not much time left. But they can be happy with how they ended Canton Racer. So that's the end of the game. And yeah, Manchester Spurs retaining their crown. Champions again for 2024. The Red Stripe Flavors Netball Jamaica Elite League.
Yeah, good fight back from the Racers team. I thought the Manchester Spurs team had the win sewn up from a longer time and able to make some changes. Of course, the changes probably resulting in the fight back that you saw from the Racers team. The Spurs team goes back to back, having won the league last year. This is their 3rd title, as I said before. Of course, on paper, they are the more experienced team, and if you're looking at the paper, you would have counted them to win. More experienced players, a more experienced coach. Racers, though, the game is not one on the paper, and so we wanted to see if the Racers would have been able to hold the Spurs team or keep them honest. Of course, the Spurs run out very early, and the pressure swung on the Racers team, and it was an uphill task from there on. Just trying to get back in contest. They went down by as many as 19 goals. It's going to be hard to come back from that. Positives, though, for the Racers team is that they won quarters 3 and 4. But again, by that time, the game was already gone. So they would be playing for pride in the second half, having seen the scores blow to 19-goal lead. So good fight back this is the finals, so they went down by 7 goals eventually. So good fight back from them. Young team, young coach, but really gave a good account of themselves all season. They finished the season second on the table in terms of the preliminary round, and they finished the overall competition second as well. Right, so looking back at the highlights here for the game just now, of course, very physical. The game was very physical. Both sides, the shooting circles were physical. Lots of defensive touches from the defenders, both teams. Of course, Shanika Johnson rock solid for her Racers team, ably assisted by Zardy Green and Crystal Plummer. On the defensive side, Paul and Burton had her moments. Wasn't as consistent as she was on Friday, but she had her moments in this game, did Paul and Burton. Not a lot of other not a lot of help. I don't think she had a lot of help. The help that she would have gotten on Friday, she never had it tonight. So the difference is just what we're seeing here in terms of the score. Respectably in the end, but of course the Spurs took their foot off the gas from about the second quarter, having blown the score up to about 19-20 at one point. Good finish. Standing by for an interview courtside with the captains from both teams. We'll throw to that once we're ready. Still looking back at highlights on this one. Again, Manchester Spurs, the winning team. They're back-to-back champions. Looking at the stats here, 45 from 58 attempts for the Manchester Spurs. For the Racers were 38 from 52 in terms of deflections. Clearly 30 to 13. Big difference there in terms of deflections. Of course, they had more contacts, but the deflections were more. Turnovers, interestingly, the Manchester Spurs had 19 turnovers, but because of those deflections, of course, they had more attempts on goal, and so the difference there, 45 to 38. Penalties, score table here saying 9-2 for the penalties. So again, keenly contested, 45 to 38 victory for the Manchester Spurs. They go back-to-back, having won the title last year. Change of coach, change of personnel, but still champions. We're going to go courtside to Gerard for interview with the captain of the losing team, Abigail Sutherland.
Yeah, so I'm here with the captain, as Sean mentioned, Abigail Sutherland. Abigail, tough loss for you, but after this performance, how do you feel about it?
I'm a bit disappointed and also proud. So it's mixed feelings. The ladies worked really hard to get in the final. We just started a bit slow. And Spurs is a team, it's hard to catch up once you're lagging behind. So it's a fair performance, but we could have done better.
Yeah, what would you have done better?
Start a bit faster because, as I said, Spurs is a team. It's hard for you to play catch up with them because they have excellent shooters and their defense line is also good. So it was for us to treasure our ball, which we didn't really do well tonight. But we did fairly well overall.
Yeah, and even though you didn't get the start you wanted to, the finish was pretty superb from your team.
Yes, I think we picked up at the end, playing for pride and dignity, and we played with passion. But it took us a while to get in there, but we did fairly well, as I said before.
Yeah, walking away with the silver medal, second place trophy. How do you feel about how the season went for St. Catherine Racers?
I'm really proud because each player had developed throughout the league. So it's really a great feeling. We would have wanted the goal, but it's really good for us.
Thank you so much, Abigail. Congratulations to you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, commiserations on the loss here. So time to talk to Shanika Johnson, the captain of the Manchester Spurs, the champion team. Shanika, it was a matchup of experience versus youthful exuberance. How were you able to use your skill and talent and your mentality to win this game over a young St. Catherine Racers team?
Okay, so definitely it was youth and experience, and I think that's what we had over them. We had youth, and we also had experience, and a combination with teamwork, and that made us victorious tonight.
Yeah, were there any points in this game that you felt that you should have done better?
Yes, the points at those times when I missed an interception. I think I could have, if I hadn't delayed, but I think I did, fairly well.
Yeah, you've won, gone undefeated practically for this entire season. When you look back at how things were up to this point for Manchester Spurs, consecutive trophies, what makes this team so good?
All right, so I have to thank God first for everything that He has done for us, this victory. But what I think that stands out for this team is that we were committed to the objective that we set. We wanted to win, and we have been building a very good bond, which is sisterhood. We know the objective, and we stuck to it, and I think the synergy between us, we support each other every step of the way. When someone makes a mistake, we go back and help. To help make that person feel comfortable by intercepting back the ball.
How are you going to celebrate this win?
We're going to have some get together after this, and after the presentation, we are going to meet up and have a good little discussion and a little celebration.
All right, congratulations to you again.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
That's Shanika Johnson there, the captain of the Manchester Spurs team. We'll take a break now, come back with the presentation of the trophy.
People look at stories through different lenses. I have my own take on some of these trending issues. Hi, I'm Mariah Ramharak and welcome to In Case You Missed It.
Are you excited to be representing TKR?
Yes, I'm extremely excited to be representing the TKR Women's CPL team. I'm looking forward to giving my all, putting my best foot forward and contribute to the team this year. Hi, my name is Jazara Claxton, West Indies under 19 cricketer, and I will be on In Case You Missed It this week.
Bless the love, I don't say Junkus representing for CeenTV, the real TV, and I got things like the GTV. I heard them talking, what them saying, heard them talking.
Are you an attorney or a law student? Are you looking to expand your practice or to pay off those law school debts? Well, Level Up Jamaica is for you. The Consular Queen presents a one-day intensive U.S. immigration certification on July 27 at the Half Moon Hotel in Montego Bay. Register now to receive your certification from the Winter Immigration Law Academy. Don't hesitate. Register today at levelupjamaica.com.
Hope, guidance, and faith teachings this and every Sunday.
Come on and say amen today.
Watch The Breath of Life at 7 a.m., 8 Eastern on CeenTV, your preferred eye to the Caribbean.
Hi guys, I'm Natasha Deboul, aka the Classy Chef, and welcome to Momstration. If you can't eat a lot of spice, I could give it a pot,
This is really good, Natasha. Very nice.
Since we have Momstration, right? For next season, we're gonna have Dadstration.
Can't forget it, Dad.
So join me as we go into the kitchen, helping frustrated moms.
So the champions have been decided. The final, done and dusted. Manchester Spurs walk away as champions of this 2024 Red Stripe Flavors Netball Jamaica Elite League. That's a mouthful to say, but very much a tournament that we enjoyed. 13 weeks over, and there is Giselle Allison. I'm sure she's getting texts and calls saying, you heard your name about 40,000 times on this broadcast, John.
Absolutely. It was a quiet game for Giselle Allison today. I'm not sure. I don't remember her scoring a two-pointer at all. Usually she flourishes in that period. But there wasn't a need really, because they were so comfortable from the start of the whistle. So it never forced her hand to take that two-point shot.
Yeah. And we're moments away from the trophy presentation, the presentation of individual prizes as well. We did see so many good performances throughout the 13 weeks of competition. I say 13 because I do count the final week, which should include Friday's semi-finals and today's final. Usually a best of 3 series. This time we're having a one-off final because of, I guess, calendar issues.
Yes, absolutely. Of course, we're down in the Olympics period, or the Olympic Games starts next week, I think it is.
Yeah, on Friday.
On Friday, there you go. So of course, that's big and that's major on the calendar for sports in general, and so we need to make way for that.
St. Catherine Racer is the team on your screen. A respectable silver medal for them. They got the better of St. James Sharks in Friday's semi-final, and not many people pegged them to win, because in the previous 2 meetings they would have drawn. They did beat St. James Sharks in the first time that they met, but they finished below them on the table. So if you were a betting person, you would have gone with the team that placed higher, but they persevered. They dug deep. Shanika Jones there, she's very animated, of course, going through the things that they would have gotten around in the game, but nonetheless, they still get a medal, still go home with a trophy, and many teams don't do that. So they have nothing to really be ashamed of.
Yeah, of course, the St. Anna Orchids not even here tonight. They never made it this far.
The final is from last time around, yeah, right. That's correct. All right, so we get ready now for the presentation. Let's head over now to the Master of Ceremonies.
It's Mr. Dwayne Gutsman.
St. James Sharps, they won that and they are in third position. We also have second place St. Catherine Racers, and of course our winners, Manchester Spurs. Can you give them all a round of applause for us, please? We invite at this point the president of Netball Jamaica. We invite the president of Netball Jamaica, Ms. Trisha Robinson, to give some opening remarks. President of Netball Jamaica. Closing remarks.
A very pleasant evening to you all. What an amazing season you have all had. I want to pay some respects. Mrs. Marva Bernard, our former president. Mr. Alan Beckford, General Manager for the Sports Development Foundation. Our first president, Mrs. Margaret Beckford. Our umpires, our coordinators, our players, our spectators, a warm Jamaican evening to you all. It was an amazing final. It was a good third and fourth place. I want to congratulate you all. I want to thank our sponsors for making this very possible. Red Stripe, thank you for coming on board, our hydration sponsor with Cinco. Express, Sports Max, our media partners, and Jamaica Energy partners. Next year will be even better. Hopefully we'll have all 6 teams participating. And ladies, thanks for making it very competitive for our young Sunshine Girls, or under 21 teams. They benefited from playing with you in the competition. They earned a spot in next year's Netball World Youth Cup to be played in Gibraltar. Thank you so very much for providing that competitiveness for them so that they were able to shine in the region. See you next year.
Thank you so much to the president of Netball Jamaica, Ms. Trisha Robinson. We invite for sponsors' remarks at this point the Heineken brand manager representing Red Stripe Flavors, Miss Moy Philpott Brown. Please give her a round of applause, and we thank her for her sponsorship this year.
Thank you. Okay. Good evening, everyone. What an exhilarating finals we had tonight. It was really, really inspiring watching the players. Red Stripe Flavors is so proud to be a part of the journey of this league, and especially a part of these finals. Tonight, for me, though, being here in these stands or in this space is quite full circle, because I actually started my career in marketing, working with Mrs. Marva Bernard as her assistant, and now working in marketing for over 12 years. So it's been quite inspiring to be a part of the journey of netball over the years. I want to express my deepest congratulations to the teams and coaches who have consistently demonstrated outstanding skill and sportsmanship throughout the season. Your commitment and determination is truly inspiring. Tonight, as we reflect on the thrilling match between the Spurs and the Racers, let us also celebrate all of the accomplishments of the players here over the league as well. Their achievements will undoubtedly inspire other players in the netball arena. Let us give a round of applause to both teams. But special congratulations as well to the Manchester Spurs, who have won the Red Stripe Flavors Elite League tonight. Congratulations.
And another big round of applause for Red Stripe Flavors and the sponsorship that they brought to this Elite League. We make way now for Miss Kezian Smith, Marketing Manager for PowerAid. A big round of applause for her as well.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, players, coaches, and netball enthusiasts, good evening. I'm honored to represent PowerAid as a proud sponsor of this year's Netball Jamaica Elite League tournament. PowerAid believes in the power of sports to bring communities in a way that encourages teamwork, discipline, and perseverance. Our sponsorship of the Netball Elite League reflects our commitment to supporting our local athletes and maintaining our strong culture of sports in Jamaica. We are also elated to have brought excitement to the players and spectators throughout this season with the PowerAid Power Play segment of the matches. I would like to express our gratitude to the organizers, teams, coaches, and spectators. Your passion, enthusiasm, and commitment to the sport of netball are truly inspiring. To the players who participated this evening, you have displayed the power to endure, the power to pause, and the power to come back great. Finally, congratulations to our winners, the Manchester Spurs. You did really well.
Thank you so very much, and we jump swiftly in the part that everybody has been waiting for. We are inviting on board the coach for the Sunshine Girls, Miss Sasha Gay Henry, to help us with these presentations. The first presentation, yes, give her a round of applause. Miss Sasha Gay Henry, the coach for the Sunshine Girls. We're making a presentation for the best center court player. You can come beside me, Madam Coach. Yeah, best center court player. All right, and I'm going to leave it to you to announce the best center court player.
And that's Crystal Plummer from Manchester Spurs.
Crystal Plummer from Manchester Spurs. And we ask Miss Sasha Gay Henry to make that presentation. So, Crystal Plummer, you get a trophy as well as a basket of goodies. All right. All right. Excellent. So that's the best center court player, and that's Crystal Plummer. Big round of applause for her. One more task we have for you. One more task for you. One more task for you. Now we make way for the best defensive player. The best defensive player of the series. The best defensive player of the series is
Abigail Linton, St. James Sharp.
And Abigail Linton, you win for yourself a basket and a trophy. And I'm sure your coach is quite happy. So you need to tell. They're looking on the camera. So, guys, go closer there because the live TV, please. All right, excellent. So we've gone two so far. Best center court player and best defense player. We invite on court the lovely Mrs. Marva Bernard, past president of Netball Jamaica, to make this presentation. Give her a round of applause, please. Excellent, looking so lovely. And Mrs. Bernard, your first order of duty is to make a presentation to the top goal scorer. The top goal scorer. I'm going to ask you to stand beside me here, Mrs. Bernard, because we're going to be looking into this camera when we are making the presentation right here. And the top goal scorer, you want to announce it for me?
Tracy Ann Francis.
Tracy Ann Francis, St. Catherine Racers. Tracy Ann Francis, St. Catherine Racers. Top goal scorer. And Tracy. All right. So, Mrs. Bernard and Tracy, please look this way. Good job. And you win yourself a basket of goodies, Tracy Ann. And you also win yourself a trophy. All right. Tracy, you look like you're crying. Well, don't move, Tracy, because you are also the most accurate shooter for the season. Tracy Ann Francis. Tracy Ann Francis is also the most accurate shooter for the season. And of course, Tracy is from St. Catherine Racers. Tracy is then with 2 baskets and 2 trophies. And we invite Miss Kezia Smith. Thank you so much, Mrs. Bernard. Thank you so much. A round of applause again for Mrs. Bernard. Thank you so much. We invite Miss Kezia Smith. Yes? The marketing coordinator for Powerade. And Kezia, at this point, is to give us the trophy and the basket for the most valuable player. The most valuable player is Shanika Johnson, Manchester Spurs. So you're looking at that camera. Shanika Johnson, Manchester Spurs. And of course, you get yourself a basket. Good job. Basket courtesy of Powerade, and also you are receiving a trophy. And we ask Miss Cherie Raynor to make her way closer to me. Thank you so much, Miss Smith. Another round of applause for our MVP, Shanika Johnson. All right. And making the presentation to the 3rd place team. Making the presentations to the 3rd place team, we invite Miss Raynor, please come with me, and then I'm also looking for Mrs. Philpotts Brown. Mrs. Philpotts Brown, we need you as well to give $100,000 medals and trophies to St. James Sharps 3rd place team. So this is the 3rd prize medals. Yes? Definitely. Good job. All right. Thank you so much. Next person. Nice. Good job. All right. And cash prize of $100,000, medals, and a trophy as well. And if there's anyone who found a black pouch, please see us at the desk. Yes, please jump in. President Robinson? President Robinson? Quick. Yes? Quickly. Ms. Smith, Karen? Stand by. Ms. Smith? All right, quickly. Nice. Yep. Good job. And we are getting ready for second place. Nice. Excellent. We are getting ready for second place. And we thank you so much, Miss Raynor. We're not done with you yet, Mrs. Philpotts Brown. The second place team, St. Catherine Racers, receives $150,000 medals and trophy. A round of applause for them, please, as we have. Yes. Smith, you can jump in and help some of the medals as well. And that's our second place team in this, the 2024 edition of the Red Stripe Flavors Netball Jamaica Elite League. $150,000 medals and, of course, a second place trophy. So let's get photo number one. Photo. And that's St. Catherine Racers, our second place team in the 2024 edition of the Red Stripe Flavors Netball Jamaica Elite League. And our winners receiving $250,000 medals and trophy, coached by Dalton Hines, Manchester Spurs. All right, President. So that's Manchester Spurs. I think the entire season they've only lost one game, and that was to St. Anne Orchids. The captain is Shanika Johnson, who got our MVP award earlier, and the coach is Dalton Hines, with manager Miss Maureen Brown. Ah, there you are. We invite the coaches, manager, Coach Dalton. We're looking out for you as well. All right, closer for the photo. All right. Yes. So let's get together for photo number one. All right, let's get closer for photo number one, and we're looking this way. Nice. Yes, good job. Excellent, excellent. Stand by for photo number two. All right, yes, please get closer. Nice, excellent.
So there you have it, the champions of the 2024 Netball Jamaica Elite League, the Red Stripe Flavors Netball Jamaica Elite League. Manchester Spurs recapturing their crown in spectacular fashion. And might I add, Sean, it was a blowout win for them. They did extremely well against St. Catherine Racers, winning comfortably in the final. And Shanika Johnson, the captain, is very, very elated with how her team performed.
Absolutely, and she was voted MVP for the tournament as well, deserving award for Shanika Johnson. What I want to see for 2025, though, Gerard, is it's about time we grow the league beyond just Jamaica. I mean, yes. Jamaica is a powerhouse in the region, but there are some players in the other countries that are of elite standard and could play in this league, and we have to think about the growth of the region. I mean, the other regions are growing. Africa was behind us, now they're ahead of us. So in terms of Jamaica is highly ranked, but other countries, as you know, are not as high as before. And so for it to grow in the region, things like this will help to do that. And so I think for next year, hopefully they're able to get some more sponsors so we can have players from the other countries participate in this league for sure.
Well, Trisha Robinson, the president of Netball Jamaica, did say that they're looking to do things bigger and better in 2025. So there is something that we can look out for that. There's not much for me to add after what Sean has said. So on behalf of our production team here, producer Serena Dunkley, director Janelle Henderson, the entire production team here, Independence Park, Jamaica, it has been a really good 13 weeks. We say goodbye from Kingston for now. We'll see you in 2025.
Welcome to Campus Vibes.
We've got in-depth interviews with teachers, students, and administration, shedding light on Campus Vibes, Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m., 7:30 p.m. ET on CeenTV, the preferred eye to the Caribbean.
Hope, guidance, and faith teachings this and every Sunday.
Come on and say amen today.
Watch The Breath of Life at 7 a.m., 8 Eastern on CeenTV, your preferred eye to the Caribbean.
Good evening and welcome to another episode of The Conversation. I am your host, Kwame Thomas. Tonight, we delve into one of the most pressing issues facing our region, the devastating impact of Hurricane Beryl and the urgent need for improved climate resilience. We'll explore the factors behind Beryl's rapid intensification. We'll compare it to historical hurricane patterns and discuss the long-term implications of such powerful storms becoming more frequent due to climate change. Joining us are two esteemed guests, Professor Michael Taylor, climate scientist from the University of the West Indies, and Ms. Sherian Farquharson from the Caribbean Center for Renewable Energy and Energy Efficiency. Stay with us for an insightful discussion. Welcome, one and all. Welcome to the conversation, Professor Taylor. How are you?
I am good, thank you, and thank you for having me.
Yes, we should be hearing from Sharon Farquharson. Good evening, Ms. Farquharson. How are you?
I am doing well. Thanks for having me as well.
Yes, we're happy that you're here. So we just want to get into Beryl. Right now, we understand that Hurricane Beryl has caused significant damage right throughout the region. And one of the things that are surprising about this particular storm is, one, it's early, and two, it's that powerful. So we just want to start off.